are back for day 2.
It's live. There's no
day 2
light.
or day
Hello.
100?
Hi, everyone. How you doing?
It's day 100 of E3 2015.
Yeah. We've reverted to talking about Mr. Rogers at this point, so
yeah, we're going to take off our
safe to
shoes
say,
and relax a
yeah,
little bit
put a little
today.
cardigan on.
If you want to take part in the Mr. Rogers discussion, you can just tweet us with hashtag RTE3 or send a mention to @YouTube Gaming, and we'll be checking out what people are saying on Twitter and keeping up that social media interaction.
Ooh,
well,
buzzwords.
What do we have coming up today?
Today we got a crazy list. I had to write it down.
I know.
I'm actually
I know you
texting
did.
right now. So today we've got Rise of the Tomb Raider, Gears 4, Battlefront.
Oh, it's the new Gears
it's the new
collection.
Gears
it's
Ultimate.
not a Marcus
There you
Phoenix
go.
collection. Don't call it that.
Battlefront,
Wink.
Halo 5. We're going to record the patch. We're going to have
Another
Game
one.
Grumps later. We're going to have Typical Gamer on.
We have a lot today, but let's talk about what we did yesterday, right? Like,
Which was also a lot.
so a lot.
We had Uncharted 4.
Yes.
We talked with lead designer on Uncharted 4. We all recorded Dude Soup.
Yeah.
We had
What you talk about on Dude Soup?
So we talked about basically everything. I feel like people at this point have to be tired of hearing me just rant about Shenmue. But I'm
Is
going
it
to
a
do it
happy
again.
rant or angry rant?
It's a concerned rant.
Oh, concern.
And I'm just going to do it real quick again. Is it a good thing that we're paying for a game to be developed? I'm not sure.
I knew as soon as the Shenmue talk came up.
Anyway, that's it.
Oh,
That's it
no.
for Shen. That's all we
Oh,
talked
no.
about at Dude Soup.
Oh, no.
That's it. You didn't miss anything.
Never mind. You'll see it. You'll see it in the playback.
We had Ratchet and Clank
Yes.
as well. We had Matt Pat from Game Theorist join us on the patch.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was good, and I can't believe everything was all of that was just one day. We've got another day filled with programming and tons of cool stuff.
Yeah, we also had Screw Attack yesterday deciding who won E3, which it's not even over, y'all. Don't call it day 1.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I think
The press
once
conference.
everyone's done with the pressers, they're looking to declare a winner.
Guess who won E3?
I don't like the gamers did.
Oh,
we all
God,
did. We
Miss
all
America over here.
Because we all get fantastic
And
games.
everybody gets water.
And in a few years, I can pet a cat.
Well, don't tell anybody else you like Shenmue on stage. There's a couple angry people. What about you? Who won E3?
The gamers?
No,
no.
okay.
I think Sony has come out with like the biggest showing, right? Like they just put everything out there, and they did a lot of fan service. I think E3 is also kind of a business thing. You have to make business decisions. A lot of people weren't crazy about EA showing off Pele and a lot of Madden and
God.
stuff like that.
You
but
know what? I want to. All of us thought Pele was lame. Gavin Free went nuts for Pele.
Yeah, well, that's
Nuts
the thing.
for Pele.
You gotta appeal to the international
I was like,
audience.
oh, they had Pele, and Gavin was like, they had Pele. Oh, awesome.
I like Pele.
Americans didn't care about Pele.
You have to understand where the money's going, right?
But even they also had.
Pele. It's called soccer.
But they also showed off at the same conference. They also showed off Garden Warfare 2, which I didn't expect them to be putting another one out so soon.
Yeah.
And I loved their first Garden Warfare, so I'm really psyched, looking forward to another one of those.
You guys were saying that people were making fun of that during the press conference, but that's probably going to make more money than anything else.
Yeah, it probably
That
will.
comes out during that
it
whole
looks
press
really,
conference.
really accessible. Lawrence was telling me that he still plays Garden Warfare 1, but
Wow.
he'll go on and he'll just hear children like on chat. That's basically who he's talking to.
Stop talking to children on chat, Lawrence.
Let me ask, have you guys gotten to play anything? We've been here, but have you gotten to try anything?
Butt sniffing pugs.
We did play
Game is
Butt Sniffing
so
Pugs.
good.
We're right by the Indiecade.
Yeah.
There's the indie booth over here. And there's a game where you play a pug, and you have to sniff another pug's butt to get its powers.
Interesting.
And you can you pee on things, you can poop
Okay.
on things, you can get sick from a hot dog.
Yeah,
That's sick.
they tricked me into eating the hot dog, and my dog got sick. And I said, "Did the hot dog make him sick?" They're like, well, the developer's like, "Well, yeah, the hot dog was on the floor." Like, well,
Indie
like, of course.
developers truly are the pioneers of gaming.
And the controller is really interesting. It's a tennis ball
butt.
that you like move like you've got paws, and when you want to sniff a butt, there's the butt of a pug, like a stuffed animal there that you have to hit.
They have a butt button that they've constructed. But the coolest thing, honestly, I didn't mean to interrupt you guys while you're talking about butt sniffing pugs because it's awesome. But over at the Lego Dimensions booth, have you guys seen what they have in line there? They built dioramas of like, 'cause Dimensions crosses a lot of different properties. They built dioramas of like the clock tower from Back to the Future and the Daily Planet and all that stuff. So you get to look at all that stuff while you're in line.
It's also
Oh.
like a mishmash or
Yeah.
different things. So it's like Bernie talked about the clock tower from Back to the Future, but it's not a DeLorean hitting it. It's the Mystery Machine.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
very
there's like
cool.
there's Scooby-Doo heading towards Oz in like Wizard of Oz and stuff, and then they have Portal. I got to see a little like behind the scenes thing of that, and they had like Portal mishmashed with Lord of the Rings and Batman. Like, it's crazy.
Well, that's going to be Lego Worlds that was just announced. It's in early access on Steam right now. They're going to allow all of their they're eventually going to have available all of their licensed sets, so you can build the DeLorean crashing into the Mystery Machine going through a portal if you want. As long as they have that licensed Lego set, it'll all be available
My
eventually.
dreams will finally come true. People told me I was crazy. They may have been right.
Should never have happened.
No,
An abomination.
Is there anything you haven't played yet that you really want to play?
I really want to play Fallout 4, but it's not playable. They don't have it in their booth, as far as I can tell.
I really want to play Rainbow Six Siege. We went by the booth, but it was kind of a long wait. The way they do it is really interesting. We were watching all of the teams play, so it looks really cool. I'd love to get my hands on it. There's also a behind closed doors extended demo for Uncharted 4 that I'm hoping to see today.
Yeah. I've heard it adds like a whole nother section to what we've seen already.
Yeah, from what I understand, it's twice as long as what you've already seen. And for everyone who's seen it says that the demo that they showed on stage ends right when it gets really crazy.
Oh,
And that
cool.
it's supposed to be insane. So I'm hoping I can get a chance to run over there and check that out today at some point.
Oh, yeah. I really want to try Battlefront at some point, but For Honor has also caught my eye.
Yeah,
and
I'm
it's
excited
right.
to
It's one of
talk
those
about
ones
that.
that's right there too. So we're staring at it, and I'm like, I just want to touch you.
Yeah, it's amazing the spot that we're in. We're so close to games I'm really looking forward to, like XCOM 2 is right here, Bethesda's right over here. You know, we got all the Ubisoft stuff. So it's all visible. We just got to get over there and play it. But I think we're ready to move on to our first segment.
All
Very
right.
cool.
And so we're gonna very smoothly transition
not
ourselves
me, though.
over on the stage
Ah,
here.
bitches.
Now we just walk like this.
So Joel and I are going to be taking your questions on Twitter all day long, and we'll have other celebrities up here as well answering. I just refer to myself as a celebrity.
You are.
How do you like
To
that?
me.
An internet one. So if you're going to tweet us at the hashtag RTE3. We'll be taking your questions live over here on the side stage. Joel, what do we have first?
We actually have a lot of questions specifically about Gears of War, the remastered version of Gears of War, but I think it brings up a wider discussion about like remastering of games, and do we think that games, the remastering of games is going to continue? Like, what do we want to see remastered, and is it, like, how many more are we going to get, do you think?
Well, it's kind of a blurry line, too, isn't it? It's more like a spectrum, because yesterday on the show, we had Insomniac come over and show us Ratchet & Clank, which was essentially a reboot and a retelling of the origin story of Ratchet & Clank. And I was saying then that it's really great to be able to share those experiences that maybe you missed the first time around.
Right, well, we watched the Sony conference together, and I kind of rolled my eyes a little bit at the Final Fantasy remake, because
You were probably the only person who did that anywhere.
I know, and the way that you put it was exactly that, which is that, yeah, me, Joel Rubin, I don't need to play a lot of the remastered games, but a lot of people who are playing games now haven't experienced those stories or those moments, and this is kind of the only way that they're going to be able to do it, because no one's going to go back and play a PS1 or a PS2 game at this point.
I caught a little bit of heat on Twitter right before the Fallout 4 announcement a couple weeks ago when they did that big tease and they put it up on the website, and everyone was absolutely confident and it was Fallout 4. And they were right, but I wanted to point out we don't know it's Fallout 4. It could be a remastered collection of Fallout games that's coming to the next generation of consoles, which I guess people thought that I was saying that was going to be a downer, but I would actually want to play a remastered version of Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas.
You know, the only time I really resent the idea of remastering a game is, well, first of all, something like The Last of Us, when it was just immediately after the game was released, which kind of annoyed, I think, a lot of us at Funhouse. But then in general, I think...
I also wasn't bothered at all by that. I loved playing it.
But
yeah.
the only time I really resent it is when it feels like a studio or a developer is focusing their energy on remastering as opposed to putting out something new.
Sure, I get that, which is great when they pair, like Gears of War, they pair the master with a new title as well. But it's like, Gears of War in particular is still, I think, the standout game for me. When the first iteration of Gears of War came out on the 360, that game looked graphically light years ahead, I felt, of anything else at the time. And I think it was one of those titles that influenced the way games looked and felt for a number of years.
Absolutely. After
it came out. And I could go back to the original Gears of War, 4 or 5 years later, and it still looked graphically like a game that was just released. And that's not always the case. Usually when a console has been on the market for a few years, the developers learn things, there's engine advancements, the games just get better and better. But Gears was one that was way ahead of the curve.
I mean, games always play better in my head, though. Like, I've had that experience as well where I say, God, that game was beautiful, and I'll go back and I'll replay it, and I'll say, oh, no, like, it was beautiful when I was 16 years old or whatever, So, I mean, again, I get I understand why games should be remastered for some people, but me playing through the story again, it's not going to have the same entertainment value personally.
Well, I think what you're saying there is more to the point of why I think people should remaster is because somebody might not go back and play Final Fantasy VII, for instance.
You're absolutely right.
And that is a seminal experience for so many gamers to play that game. You look at like Ocarina of Time. You look at, for me, it was the Ultima series. Nobody's going to go back and play the Ultima series, like a top-down 2D RPG game. They're just not going to do it. But it was a great experience, and if they can make an updated version of it, more people will be willing to participate in it.
Yeah, and I think that for games with story, like specifically with games with story, it makes more sense. Like, I don't want, I don't know, a point-and-click. Like, most point-and-click adventures, it's about the gameplay and not the story. And
Right.
I wouldn't really want, like, a remastered Diablo 1 or something like that.
Right. It's not like taking a great story in a book and just putting a new cover on it. It's a totally different endeavor when it's an interactive product like a video game. Okay, we got another question here. What is your favorite indie game that you have seen so far at the show?
Have you spent some time at so the IndieCade booth is right next to us.
Yeah, you know, this is something when you're watching E3 from afar, you don't really get a sense of the actual show floor itself. We've been going out and shooting some footage that we'll be putting on our YouTube channel, but like right in our line of sight, we have IndieCade. It's a collection of indie developers. There's a lot of people that come to E3 not to show off their latest AAA title, but to actually get into the industry and get some traction, you know, at the start of their careers. And there's even like some booths that are just a lot of fun. Like there's a video game museum just beyond that where they have consoles going all the way back to a wooden Pong box.
And they also have, it's an interactive museum, they also have a bunch of arcade cabinets from old games, arcade games from the late 70s all the way up through the mid-90s, I think. So.
And there's like a military simulator back there. So there's lots of stuff at E3 that you don't necessarily see at the big press conferences and everything like that. And I know Double Fine is here. They're featuring some independent titles as well. I'm with Meg and Gusto. I took a look at Butt Sniffing Pugs, and it's hard not to love that game.
I haven't gotten a chance to go to IndieCade yet this year. I'm going to try to go today. My favorite game from last year was a kissing game. There was like a little rubber nub that you would put into your mouth and pretend, like push it with your tongue, and then your internet girlfriend would tell you if you were kissing her too hard. That's an IndieCade game that you could play at E3 in 2014.
Okay. I hope they had a lot of plastic nubs to switch out, because that would be a little awkward experience to follow another person. You get their nub in your mouth.
All right. So, Book Shelley on Twitter wants to know, Bernie, what is the biggest excitement of being at E3?
You know, it's just fun. You know, for someone who's been coming to E3 for, 10, 12 years at this point, the big part of it is like seeing people, seeing the project they've worked on for a long time. Either people you know or people you admire. In the case of Fallout, it was really awesome to hear a developer who's essentially been dark for the last 3 or 4 years, and they even acknowledge that in their press conference, go, oh, hey, here's what we've been doing. Here's this incredible thing. You'll get to experience it 4 or 5 months from now. That's really cool.
And obviously, one of the most exciting things is looking at new games. We've got Tomb Raider coming up on the second, I think, if you guys are ready. Remember to hashtag your question E3, and we're going to kick it over to the couch.
We'll be answering your more general E3 questions. I like at Tom Pendragon says, how do you feel about this E3? Just how are you feeling?
I like it. Typically, the years where they don't bring out new consoles are kind of boring in general, like years past I've found personally. But even though I'm not a console gamer, which is interesting. But anyways, I find that this year's games, even though some of them are, or most of them are sequels or stuff like that, I find a lot of them really interesting.
What in particular caught your eye?
The Horizon Zero Dawn.
I think we're all really impressed with Horizon.
That game came out of nowhere, and it was like, I don't know what this is, and I really want to see more of it, and it looked really awesome.
I mean, robot dinosaurs.
Yeah.
And giraffes.
Yeah, and
dinosaurs?
beasts.
Just animals?
Yeah, they're like, I
just want to say robot dinosaurs.
Yeah, beasts.
I want to say that as a feature of my game. I mean, I think it's really cool to see all of the... I think a lot of people are kind of sick of the remakes that we've seen. Joel was kind of poking fun at the Final Fantasy VII remake, but I think for a lot of people it's very exciting to see these current consoles be able to bring that nostalgia factor back a little bit, but without the polygons that we used to play as small children.
Exactly, and I kind of brought up yesterday on our podcast about how I'm excited with some of the remakes because there are games that I missed, like Final Fantasy VII or whatnot, that I would love to play.
Though I want to know, remake or just redo or
and then reboots, and there's so many.
What? All right, so keep tweeting us your questions at RT or hashtag RTE3. I like this. Thoughts on hashtag Xbox or we riot hashtag? How do you feel about a hashtag?
Hashtags are an interesting thing. I don't
Hashtag
know how they got
interested.
started, but
I liked, we didn't start a hashtag for it, but Gus did say he would stab someone in the Bethesda press conference if they did say everyone was getting a copy. Don't
He did.
stab anyone, please. It's a joke.
he's not.
Don't
he's
hurt
not
people.
listening.
This is not Comic-Con. We don't stab people.
Let's see.
All right, at Amiibo, I like the way you did that, said, when was your first year at E3 and what was your favorite moment from any E3?
This year's E3, it was like I was saying before. Probably, actually, I think the Last Guardian stuff coming out was really awesome because people have been waiting for it for years and years and years and years, and they just like put it out there and people they freaked out for it. How about you, Meg?
Well, how many E3s have you been to?
6. This
Wow.
Sixth one, yeah, since I've been
In a row?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, never missed a year.
Yes.
Very cool. I think my first E3 was 2009.
Yeah.
And, gosh, best E3 moment ever. It's really, this is such a small moment, but it gave me the weirdest chills. When the Beatles came out and they had like Beatles Rock Band and
Yeah.
they announced it and they started their
Yeah.
press conference with Here Comes the Sun and they played the full opening cinematic. I don't know why. I was like in this tiny cubicle at G4 like, ooh, so cool.
It was like a weird mix of like music and gaming like coming together, like so it like became something even bigger almost.
It became the weirdest thing that my mom bought me to be like, just sing it. I just want to hear the Beatles. Just do.
No, I don't think anyone really expected the Beatles to really like
Right.
do something like that.
It was, and I think it was.
Like-
It's the only branded rock band. I don't think that there's another band-specific rock band.
Is there like an Aerosmith one? No, I don't know.
No,
if
they
it's
have a
rock
Guitar
band.
Hero.
Guitar Hero, same.
We're gonna wrap up because we can't talk about Aerosmith and the Beatles anymore. All right, so please keep tweeting us hashtag RTE3. We're gonna take it over right now. I think we got some lovely fellows. We got Rocco from Mega64 and Gus and Bernie down there.
Hey!
Hi.
How's it going, everybody? I'm Matthew Jenkins,
I'm Bruce Green.
and we're here to talk Twitter. It's a
You mean
serious
E3
problem.
Twitter, right?
Yeah, that's
Okay,
right.
good. All right.
If you guys are tweeting us, tweet hashtag RTE3. We're taking questions and comments live right here all through the show, so you can ask us you can tell us what to talk about, basically.
Right now, everybody's really upset about Mega 64 and what Andrew was talking about with Project Windtalker or whatever it was.
Look, Project Windtalker is serious business. It's not a joking matter.
I agree.
All those Japanese games like the Sorcerer's Sexy Secret, we need these games in our lives.
Do we?
We've started dating pigeons and we just can't go back.
Do we really need them?
We really do.
Well, Daniel McMahon says, I know I've said this already, but watching Rocco, a.k.a. Andrew, at RTE3 was about as annoyingly fun as playing against a Teemo.
What's a Teemo?
It says a hat.
Uh-oh, here comes the burns.
Hey, update from the legal team. They've asked us not to talk about him anymore.
We can't talk about him anymore?
No more than like 2 or 3 minutes.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna read another tweet about Andrew Rocco.
Yes, that we can't talk about. So from Sega 65.
Sure.
I thought you were gonna read it.
Oh, Sega 65 or Sam says Sacred Diamonds returns. Hashtag RTE3. That was another game that Andrew mentioned.
Yes.
That's part of Project Windfart or whatever it was. I don't remember.
That was Windfart. That sounds about right.
That's what it was Windfart, right? Did he have a Kickstarter that we were supposed to go to? I think he told us to pull out of Kickstarters, right?
Well, I think he told everyone to pull out in general.
Yeah, that's probably a safe bet.
So there's a at Cyclopic asks, what's the most exciting non-game you've seen this E3?
The most exciting non-game I've seen at E3?
I guess non-game, I'd say HoloLens. That's non-game, right?
Yeah, that's true.
That's tech.
I think the most exciting, I mean, like HoloLens is years away from actually being a real thing, but for me, probably the Elite controller from Xbox. I was really excited about the customizable controller.
Yeah, how do you feel about the reach-around paddles?
That was cool. I thought the whole thing was neat. Like you can map the buttons and you can add different joysticks. It's super expensive. It's like $150. But
Did you find that? Did you use there's a convertible controller for the 360, or the one that you could change the D-pad on, so
Oh,
you
no.
could go into like fighting game mode, or I think
I never used that.
right.
You?
Nope.
Oh.
That's why I have no idea how I would
Okay,
customize my controller.
Yeah, that's probably been the most exciting thing I've seen. I mean, like there's so many games though. All that stuff is overshadowed a little bit.
I will say one of the nice things about this E3 is it was I guess 2 E3s ago, or even last E3, it felt like there's a lot of focus on here's the TV you can watch on your gaming console
True, you're right,
and the
yeah.
movies, and here's what we're doing that's not games. And I felt like this year was like, look at the games.
Well, Spool,
and I'm happy about that.
it's funny, Spool mentioned, he was like, it's boring when they don't release new consoles, and I feel exactly the opposite. We get to see so many different games when there are no new consoles. They don't have to focus on the hardware, they can then focus on the software. So at this point, we're 2 years into the cycle, and the games are looking better than ever, obviously. And I think Sony and Microsoft are focusing on the things that gamers, the fans, want to see, which is, I think that's part of E3. That's probably the majority of E3.
And it is nice being this far into the console cycle as well, because you start to see more games that, like the launch games are always a little bit tough because the developers are working on hardware that's changing or that's not finalized, and nobody's familiar with it yet,
Exactly.
so there's no optimization.
Right.
And then you start getting a couple years in, and you see these developers come out with the next game, and they've learned so much, and they get better and better and better, which is why, again, with last generation, even towards the end, you were seeing games come out that blew away the earlier games in that generation, and we're starting to see that happen this time around, too. That's great.
Absolutely. No, yeah, I feel like we're finally getting into this cycle, which I appreciate. Thomas Garcia on Twitter says, tell us why that YouTube screening in the background is so crumbled. He means this thing.
We forgot to iron it this morning.
No. I thought you slept in it last night. I thought here.
I did.
right?
I rolled up.
You rolled it up like a
I rolled
burrito.
up in it and slept under the stage.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
This
Well, it's a little
is my
crumbled.
home now.
It smells like Ashley though. And Ashley smells pretty good. So no, you smell good. Yeah.
Checks out.
And if you guys want to tweet us more, hashtag RTE3, and we'll see them here on our phones and tablets and all that other stuff.
Yeah,
so.
and we'll be back with a lot more live discussion here. But right now, we're going to throw it over to Typical Gamer and Hike the Gamer, who are playing Towerfall Ascension.
Joel.
James
Hold on.
Ahelian.
Do you think you could do that? I
Oh,
was
God,
watching
no.
that game, and it looked simple but really complex. Right?
I feel like if I were to do it, it would be way embarrassing. But thank you, Hike and Typical Gamer, for playing and making us not have to do it. So we're gonna be taking your Twitter questions with the hashtag RTE3. Be sure to tweet us.
Yeah, tweet us, and then we'll pull your question.
The first one we've got right now is from Jay Frowen on Twitter. Which press conference were you looking forward to, and did it give you what you wanted? James, what did you look forward to?
I was looking. It's not technically the press conference, but I was looking forward to Nintendo's Nintendo Direct. 'Cause I like those because they're so to the point. They're not big spectacles. They're little things.
That was yesterday morning.
That was yesterday morning. I didn't get obviously the announcements that everyone wants, or a brand new fully fledged Zelda game.
Nope. But apparently you got puppets.
That they got puppets that looked really good, and there wasn't any downtime. Like, it was just trailer. Games I'm not going to play, but I have to appreciate that. Yoshi's Woolly World, though, looks pretty good. I might get myself a...
I guess I was looking forward to Bethesda, and then I didn't watch it because I was watching Game of Thrones instead.
Yeah.
But the one I ended up enjoying the most was probably the Microsoft, although I was most surprised by some of the stuff that came out of Sony. So,
What did you like most about the Microsoft? What put that over for you?
all right, so I recommend watching the conferences the way that we watch conferences, is with your friends so you can talk about what's going on while it's happening. That's why I think I like Microsoft the most, because it had the most to talk about. You guys, we were all in the same room together, and we were able to discuss everything that was going on and also make fun of, slip-ups and stuff.
Drink every single time someone says, the future.
Is
But
now.
drink orange juice.
Connor, I'm Connor Willis on Twitter, wants to know, at Meg Turney, which is more challenging, shooting for Playboy or working at E3?
I can answer that.
I was going to actually try and get Meg up here, but...
I think
You go ahead.
I can answer that. I think I can speak to this. So for me, E3 is a little bit more challenging. But that's because I look like me.
I appreciate that. Well, that's why never mind.
Yeah. Hold on. Okay.
Yeah, here we
we
go.
go.
Amazing hair. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Get that curl. Absolutely shooting for Playboy, because at E3, no one's going like, no, arch your back more.
No,
Like,
arch your
gonna
back
break
more.
your spine.
Could you answer that question again, but arch your back a little bit more?
Could you just, yeah, I know it's going to sound bad. Could you suck in the gut a little bit? Happens a lot at a Playboy shoot.
James and I are both sucking in our guts right now. It's very
I'm
difficult.
always sucking it in.
You have to look pretty. All right. A lot of people actually are asking, was the Mega 64 thing real? Yeah. It
Mega
was
60
real.
Wait, Mega 64 was here?
No. I mean,
I saw Andrew.
We were scheduled to have them, but they ended up not showing up. And Andrew was here to
came
talk
in
about
with
JRPGs.
some, like, honestly, like, Andrew is onto something. There are a lot of underground JRPGs that just don't get to be seen.
They don't,
And
it's
I
a travesty.
appreciate him bringing that to light.
I agree. Daniel G007 wants to know what game would you have liked to see at E3 that isn't making an appearance here? You said a full-fledged Legend of Zelda.
A fully-fledged new Zelda game. I think we've seen glimpses of it. I would like to see the actual thing. I'd like to see more of it. I want to play it. I want to know what it is.
I appreciate that. For me, every year, I have to remind myself that Blizzard isn't going to be here.
Yeah.
I want to see more, Blizzard announcements. I want to see what they're working on. I guess that's probably my perennial answer.
I'll go with that. I played Overwatch, and Overwatch is thrilling. And if I could play Overwatch again, I'd love to do it. So I wish they were here right now.
By the same token, Patrick Martin, 3Face240 wants to know, what was a disappointment so far? I mean, we're not even halfway through it, so there's a lot of disappointment to be had still.
Well, we shouldn't be so disappointed. Like, we're surrounded by awesome, cool, futuristic games, like fun stuff, things that are just basically designed to entertain us. So we shouldn't really be disappointed by the things that we do see. The things that we don't see, we can be a little sad by. But disappointment, I don't know that there's anything I'm disappointed by.
I haven't been disappointed by anything. I think I was, like, going into E3, some of the pre-trailers from last week, I was underwhelmed, but I think that the press conferences and being able to see some of the gameplay has made up for that for me. And so it's actually really great to be here and being able to see the things we're able to see, especially some of the developers coming up on stage and showing off their stuff.
Yeah, it's definitely the kind of thing that unfolds over the course of several days for us.
Yeah.
Because we're here and we see things as you guys are watching it with us. Like, that's when we're experiencing certain gameplay demos and certain walkthroughs for the first time. So,
and, like, we're really lucky to be here, but at the same time, like, we're here at the booth all day, so it's really difficult for us to get out and play some of the games. So a lot of what we see is what's going on the stage right here. Hopefully we'll get some time today to go play some stuff.
I hope so.
Shanman123, wants to know if we've played Fallout Shelter. Have you played Fallout Shelter yet?
I haven't.
Neither have I. I was hoping that you had played
I don't have an iOS device.
Yeah, I know Adam is playing a lot of it right now.
Is he?
Yeah. Well, not currently right now, but when we were in the office, he wasn't getting anything done.
I don't need more mobile games taking up my toilet time. I really don't. I have to ingest more food to sit on the toilet for longer to play these games. That should be on the box for that doesn't exist.
The perfect
it's a mobile
toilet game. Minecraft Atoll wants to know, what other upcoming gameplay are we looking forward to? Battlefront.
Absolutely. And
Horizon.
Horizon, Halo 5.
Uh-huh.
But I think we are all kind of itching to see more Battlefront.
Yeah.
We want to see that game.
The preview for that looked so good. It made me want to play a shooter. And for anyone who knows Funhouse, which is what we are a part of, knows I'm not a shooter guy. It's something I'm really looking forward to. And again, one of the games I'm hoping to escape here to be able to play.
I'll also say, though, like, I kind of know, I have an idea how Battlefront will play. Like, I've played the Battlefield games. I've played Battlefront before, so I have an idea.
Do you know how you're going to play Darth Vader? Who gets to beat in the TIE Fighter?
I'm probably going to be pressing the right trigger and, like, swinging and missing and doing whatever. But there is For Honor, the game that we saw yesterday. I'm not sure. I want to see more of that game in other situations because I'm still not sure how myself and 3 other people are going to be fighting a big war. Like, it seems like a huge scale thing. I haven't seen enough to, like, come down and be like, I know exactly what this game is.
What?
Tomorrow?
Oh, perfect.
Well, then I'll be there.
So apparently it's coming tomorrow. Great. Ashley just told us. Thanks, Ashley. Weston Jureski on Twitter wants to know, what is our opinion of the Microsoft HoloLens, and how much will you be willing to spend on it?
I $1.2 million on that HoloLens.
That's a lot of...
I don't have $1.2 million, but I would spend it.
Oh, bummer.
I think the HoloLens looks awesome.
To me, that was one of the most exciting things. We had seen a little bit about the HoloLens before, but seeing it in action with a game, somebody playing it, somebody manipulating it, being projected onto the wall and then the table, the first thing I turned to you guys and said was, I want to play Dungeons & Dragons with the HoloLens. I mean, whether it's in Minecraft or not, I don't care.
And the second thing you said was, I think I just farted.
Well, you know,
but still,
you
the
just
HoloLens
had come back from
great.
lunch. All right. There's a lot of Psychonauts 2 questions for you, James.
Okay.
I'm skipping them. I'm going to skip them.
Let's do a lightning round.
Is Psychonauts 2 coming? Would you like a?
Is it coming? Probably not. No.
Would you like a remastered version of it?
Sure. You can download it on Steam, and it is basically a remastered version.
I appreciate that.
But sure, I'll take more than I can get.
Something I always hear about with Psychonauts is the possibility of that being a big crowdfunding game. And after what happened with Shenmue, which by the way now Sony has said they're going to fund the game fully.
Oh, what
I
a
wouldn't be
surprise!
surprised if Psychonauts adopted the same strategy next year. So one more year.
Please.
Tim, if you're watching this,
James, if you're watching, get. Oh wait, I'm James.
you're James. Alex Prevost wants to know what's the deal with the Xbox backward compatibility. Can it play 360 games? That's kind of the idea.
Yeah, I think so. It's not all games. I think they're doing a slow rollout of what games are switching over. But is it the kind? I'm not sure. Is it the kind of thing where you basically it just unlocks your stuff in the store, right? Like
Yeah.
if the game is already out there, you can just download it.
Again, I don't know how it's going to functionally work. Maybe
Yeah.
Adam could.
Adam, how
know
does
anything about
backwards
the-
compatibility specifically work on the Xbox One? Thank you, Adam. Thanks for that.
Maddie Fava wants to know, can we send in Game of Thrones questions? Yes.
That's not. It isn't that kind of show.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Right, I'm sorry. So we actually are getting some Battlefront follow-up questions. Neon Bun Bun wants to know, when you play Battlefront, are you going to be Rebel or Imperial?
I'm probably not. I'm probably gonna. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna load in, and then I'm gonna be like, oh, it put me on the wrong team. So then I'm gonna spend half the match trying to say switch to the other team. But then halfway through, I'm gonna notice that the Rebels are winning. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna stay on the Rebels, no problem. And then I'll just pick whatever the winning side is.
So basically, you have no loyalty.
I don't have anything to say. I just want to jump in more times than Adam does. Thanks.
Okay. All right.
Thank you, Bernie.
Thanks
That was
for
very useful.
I feel like this is going to escalate pretty horribly.
Eric DeWitt wants to know, thoughts on the Xbox One Elite controller is $150 too pricey.
Thank you.
Thank you, Adam.
The Elite controller, I think, if you consider it as like a PC peripheral,
Mm-hmm.
like if you're gonna play all kinds of games, it's basically replacing your keyboard. $150 isn't that much.
Right. So again, when we were watching that, the first thing I said was, oh, we can play finally MOBAs on the Xbox, and it might actually work now. If you're a MOBA fan or if you're a fan of games that have lots and lots of options and buttons, I think $150 is totally worth it. But now we're going to kick it over to the main stage.
Let's check out Guitar Hero.
Sweet.
It looks
Ashley,
so good.
we didn't get to talk to you yet about what your favorite thing you've seen so far is. I haven't heard at least.
Well, at some point, I think it's been really exciting to leave the booth and go.
Granted
go
that you've
see
seen
stuff.
something outside the booth.
Yeah, I mean, I'm obviously excited about Fallout. I'm really hopeful about Mass Effect, I guess. I actually have another tweet here to talk about that one because I can never harp on it too much. I'm really excited about the backwards compatibility for Xbox, even though some people have pointed out that it's weird to be excited that now we can play old games at
I don't think
E3.
it's weird. I might be the only person who clapped during that announcement. Like, yes, people will want that. People will utilize that.
Oh, I'll utilize it, but it is a little bit weird. I can see it at an event that's celebrating all the games that are coming up. We're like, yay, old stuff.
Well, I just feel like Microsoft has been kind of the king of things we should have had already, which makes me sound incredibly entitled, which is backwards compatibility, headphone jack on our controller. Things I wanted already for $500, Alex.
Nice.
So, I don't want to sound like the entitled gamer, but I feel like I represent the entitled gamers a little bit when I say stuff like that.
By the way, kind of really loving the purple eyeshadow. Look at this.
Oh.
Can we see this? This is amazing. Look at this. It's so purple.
Here's the thing. I close my eyes. I have no idea what's on my face. I just let Amanda work. I look at my phone.
The Mass Effect one I wanted to bring up is Aaron Porter's at Aaron Porter IS asked if we should be annoyed that the new Mass Effect isn't coming out till holiday 2016. This is gonna make us sound entitled too, but
Yes.
I'm annoyed.
Yes.
Mostly just because they've teased it so many years at this point, and I understand that it takes a while to make a game. But they've been working on it for years and years, and I would be less disappointed if they hadn't announced it so many times over the course of so many years. Whereas now I feel like, what have you guys been doing?
That's how I feel about No Man's Sky, and I took some heat for that, but I stand by. Just show me what I'm supposed to be doing, as opposed to so many announcements about, oh, it's so expensive. Okay, I don't have any time. See ya. Like,
No.
I just want to see more. So
I love
show me more.
I agree. I love the idea of No Man's Sky. At least I mean, that's all I have though is an idea. I couldn't. If you asked me what No Man's Sky was about, I probably couldn't tell you. I could tell you that it's big and that there are a lot of planets and that you can go to them.
Yes.
But beyond that, like, I don't know how to play. I guess at this demo this year, they showed beacons. They're like, look, there's a beacon. No idea what to do with the beacon.
It's a lot of what, but not a lot of why.
But that being said, it may be one of those games where you sit down, you play it, and you have that oh moment.
This is very cool, yeah. I may discover fish for some reason. I'll know why this time when I sit down to play.
You may starve to death if you don't eat the fish.
That's very true. I want to know what the
forage
species is.
Your space fish.
I like Aldaria. Yeah, you got a lot of A's in your name. Is there a type of genre or storyline you keep hoping will get explored in a big game, but you haven't seen yet? Butt sniffing pugs. I'll keep talking about it.
I won't stop talking about butt sniffing pugs.
Such a good game. Also, another game that it's such a unique storyline, Firewatch. Not a lot of people are talking about it. The Campo Santo game. Huge Ali Moss fan, and he works with Campo Santo. But you're a fire watcher, and you have a walkie-talkie.
So wait, does that mean you watch for fires or
Yes.
you watch fires?
You watch for fires to make sure there's no forest fires. You're like a park ranger, basically.
So then is it like a sanity maintenance simulator where you have to not get like bored crazy?
Super bored. Well, it's like apparently like this kind of like thriller horror game a little bit. Like something is going very wrong.
Okay. So it's you, the park ranger, versus some kind of pyromaniac.
We don't know.
In a forest.
Yes. And I think that's lovely.
And we
I'm
think
up there
you're lovely
getting
too,
ready
Bernie.
for the next segment, but you guys are talking about Firewatch?
Yes.
PlayStation Conference. You know what it reminded me of? Ash, we listened to the audiobook for World War Z, the book. It reminded me of the Met story, where the person is trying to escape, and she is that person who's talking to her, that ranger that's talking to her on walkie-talkie.
Yep.
If you've never read the book, it's the best short story in the book. Anyway, thank you.
This is actually the flip side of that because it's a ranger and he's got a lady on his walkie-talkie. It's actually a huge homage.
This is it's the other side of the story. It turns out Firewatch is about zombies.
And you just ruined the whole release. That was the big twist. You ruined it.
all right, let's bring up another one. So at Developers asks, when hitting the stage, the Game Grumps are hitting the stage later this afternoon. The creatures are also hitting the stage later this afternoon, so stay tuned for both of them. That's going to be really exciting. They've got some fun gameplay planned, and we're looking forward to having them come on up. We've also got a couple of other guests tomorrow as well. We got Kind of Funny, and we've got Rocket Jump both coming on, which is pretty exciting.
Did you know that tomorrow Kind of Funny has Devin Sawa with them?
Wait, Devin Sawa, like 90s Devin Sawa?
Yes. Final Destination, Now and Then, Devin Sawa.
Was Devin Sawa the one in Casper?
Yes. He was the one that I was like, can I keep you? Devin Sawa.
Was he also
like
in that-
11-year-old me like had a serious hard on for
He was in
Devin
like
Sawa.
Dolphin something or other too. It's a Dolphin TV show, or am I getting my 90s pop boys mixed up?
And you were either JTT or Devin Sawa, right? Like, you had to be one or the other. And I was hardcore Devin Sawa.
I was basically NSYNC versus Backstreet Boys.
Right.
All
They
right,
should
we should
fight.
games.
Wait, they're going to be with him tomorrow, so I'll be creeping around the booth.
We'll let you know. Going to the top. Going to the top.
We actually had somebody ask us earlier. I know that they're getting mic'd up, but they were asking when 343 is going to be here. We got you covered.
343? When are they going to be here? I don't know.
Ooh, it's so mysterious. Oh,
Maybe
the graphic
check that.
ruined it.
Oh, spoilers. All right.
Yeah, they're going to be coming up next. They're still getting mic'd up right now, but we are going to take a look at Halo 5 Guardians, which is going to be amazing.
At Ian MKLV, this guy sounds like the perfect game for feminists, and I don't know what that means.
Hashtag controversial?
Oh, because you can
Why
explore
is there
space?
so much emphasis on gender? Bernie was obsessed with gender during the Sony press conference.
Ooh, actually, really great point here. At Kendrick Keller 1 says, could you see yourself using HoloLens to play some of the games you already play? Yes, but
Yes.
actually, you made me think of another thing, which is, you know what would be really great for No Man's Sky? All
the
VR.
HoloLens. Oh, yeah.
Well, it's not going to be HoloLens because
But it
No
would
Man's
be.
Sky is PlayStation, so it'll be Morpheus.
That's
but
true.
It makes me think about it.
But it would be, VR would be amazing for it. Although, and I hate to say this because I don't want to put it out into the universe. I don't want to actualize it. But,
Definitely
PC
don't put it on the internet.
But Silent Hills on like a VR device, if it ever resurrected, would be incredible. I couldn't get through PT and it was on a television.
Nope.
And I had a buddy that I was playing it with. I had a buddy system, couldn't get through PT. Too scary.
Nope.
But HoloLens makes it even scarier. Matt Pack actually brought that up yesterday. Being able to have HoloLens on your face and have horror games come out of your actual environment, horrible.
Yeah.
The worst thing I've ever heard.
No.
Yes,
I mean,
but
unless,
so good.
unless they can get you like a VR diaper for when
Oh,
I wet
yeah.
my pants, I'm not in.
I'm gonna need. It comes with a buddy who turns off the lights at night. I get in bed, then they turn off the lights.
Oh, interesting here.
Ooh.
Sorry, someone was asking if you want to romance in the new Mass Effect, but I'm not sure because there isn't one.
That's true. But who did you romance in Mass Effect 2?
Garrus, what's up?
Oh.
Yeah.
You know, I tried to sleep with Miranda, and she wouldn't sleep with me.
Yeah, well.
Rude.
She plays hard
Jax
to
would.
get.
Jax gave it up.
And on that note, we're going to go to Halo 5.
Maybe? We're gonna go to Halo 5?
We'll consider
Take it away, couch!
Hold on, you have to cheer really loud.
Give us the couch. Keep vamping. Give us the couch.
I see the camera
We
moving
found
through the
it.
air,
Oh, there we
and
go.
there it is.
Halo 5.
Yes, we
Hello.
do.
All right, let's
We're
do it,
taking
Joel.
away. Adam, get over here.
Awesome, that was a
We're
lot of
going
fun.
into Halo overtime, baby.
Come on, Adam, let's do this. We're doing rapid fire Halo
Rapid
questions.
fire Halo
Take
questions.
those hands, come on over.
We're literally just gonna go
think
one
I
after
messed
the other.
up
Boom,
the
boom, boom.
All right, which Spartan 2 is your favorite?
Go.
Master Chief.
Because I don't.
Well, disregarding the rec packs, it's the customization limited as one in the beta.
I don't.
Was that a sentence? What?
When playing as Master Chief's perspective, do members of Blue Team have special abilities?
Yes.
Is it gonna be a separate playlist for each objective in game mode or just an objective playlist?
Joel, you got to slow it down.
How different is the Halo theme music from the original soundtrack?
Will the AI be better at driving?
How many times can you revive/pick up a teammate?
Will Cortana be back in Halo 5?
Yes.
In the Halo 5 multiplayer, how's the map choice going to work?
Yes.
Is it gonna be hard to follow all the new characters?
No.
So you have the good elites and bad elites on the Covenant?
Yes.
Adam, new vehicles?
Yes, we just saw one.
Will elites be playable in Halo 5 Guardians?
Will release be playable?
What's
Elite.
Halo?
Oh. Elites, good. No.
How many times can you revive or pick up a teammate?
No, they're not playable. He answered for you.
Thank
No,
God.
no playable elites.
Somebody finally is taking this seriously, Adam.
He
Get
works
your
on the
game
game, I
face
don't.
Excuses is what I hear.
Well, thank you, Adam. We appreciate that.
Anytime.
All right.
All right, we're actually here going to be answering some of your questions in not rapid fire mode. If you hashtag RTE3, we're going to be here for a little bit, and then the creatures are coming on next. Some of my favorite people in the whole wide world.
Actually, Adam, wait. Don't leave for a second, because I got a lot of questions. This is actually a serious question. They said, will there be another beta for Halo 5?
It doesn't sound like it because the game's coming out in October. So.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, you can play it here at E3, which I think Gavin, myself, and Bernie are going to go do that Halo the Ride experience.
Awesome.
It sounds amazing.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, that was it. Thank you.
Okay, man.
Wait, Adam, one more question for you. Is the Rooster Teeth couch too short? Asks Dante R30.
Too short. We fit like 8 dudes on there.
All right.
There's a lot of dudes.
Bruce was on there playing the guitar earlier. I mean,
All right.
could fit. Come on, bring on more men.
All right, here's a question that I think we can answer.
Okay, thank God.
I've never played a Halo game. To me, it looks like every other sci-fi shooter. What makes it any different enough to stand out?
It's very fast-paced.
Well, actually, it used to be kind of slow, but that's honestly because Halo basically started the console first-person shooter. I mean, like it really did. That two-stick layout, that was a big deal. And honestly, Halo's been able to progress through the times, and they've just gotten better and better and better. I think you'll really enjoy it if you actually start playing, Felipe.
So I never played. Apparently, my entry into the Halo world needs to be through the lore. Adam has told me if I read some of the books, I'll really get into it. So my Twitter is crashing. I'm going to rely on you for questions.
Uh-oh. The next question. What the fuck is Joel saying?
I'm just asking questions. If you guys can understand what I'm saying, it's your fault,
Joel,
not mine.
which Spartan after Master Chief is your favorite?
Bill, the Spartan.
I don't know if there's a Spartan named Bill.
Firefly.
Firefly, that's the one.
Boy, I'm going to get real heat on Twitter today.
Joel, is that shirt from H&M?
No, it's from Uniqlo. And from Rooster Teeth.
Yeah, it's
You
from
can
Rooster
get this,
Teeth.
in the Rooster Teeth store. It's a Demodis t-shirt.
Individual boob physics have been here for a long time, but can we get individual butt cheek physics?
Probably. I don't understand why it's not possible. Right?
No, it's possible, absolutely.
Oh, there it is. All right. Finally, I'm back up. Will there be a Halo 5 movie? Well, there was a Halo 5 series a while back.
That's true. There was a Halo 5 series. That Halo movie has sort of been in production hell for a very long time.
Maybe that's my entry into the Halo universe, is when they make the movie, I'll be like, oh, I want to explore more.
Why are you waiting so long? It's been like 15 years.
My phone, fuck it.
Wait, why'd you do
Who cares?
that?
My phone's not working.
Is anyone else disappointed in the fact that there will be no space battles in Star Wars Battlefront?
You were disappointed, weren't you?
I don't know. I wasn't disappointed. I watched the gameplay. That was awesome.
But also, Battlefront never had space battles, right?
I mean, the other Battlefronts did. And everybody keeps relating
But
them
it was
to-
never. But I mean, promised that they were going to do
Oh,
it.
no, no, it
So
was
it's
never
not like
promised,
they
no.
gave you something and took it away. I mean, it'd be fun, I think, to do I don't know, the Death Star trench run or something.
Yeah, of course.
Or the Kessel run.
Well, those are DLC and less than 12 parsecs. Those are DLC. So, I mean,
Good
like,
point.
I'm sure they're going to come eventually.
I try to approach most of this with not a sense of like disappointment or whatever. We were talking about, James and I were talking about earlier, I tend to be more whelmed. I use a scale of whelming, whether I'm underwhelmed or overwhelmed.
Is that a word? Whelmed?
Better believe it is.
Whelmed. Okay. Will the streams be available for watch after E3?
Some of our streams for Funhouse, Dude Soup is up now. I think we're working on a playlist. I'm working on trying to figure that out.
Okay, cool. Will there be? Oh, this is a good question for Adam, but I think he's gone. Will there be Halo-themed Xbox Ones? I'm guessing there will be.
Like a Halo pack or something.
Yeah, well,
If
like or like a
history is
skin or something like that.
Right. If history is any indication, we've seen it before. It seems like a marketable idea.
Yeah. Joseph asks, "What's the fart count so far, Bruce?" You should probably tell him.
I don't
'Cause
know.
I don't actually.
I know what my fart count is.
Oh, well, what's the fart count for me?
Baker's dozen.
Baker's. What does that mean? Like 36?
13.
13?
Yeah.
More than that.
Really?
Yeah, there's been more than that. Why isn't there a bearded Spartan?
Don't they all wear masks or helmets? Carnival masks.
Oh my gosh.
Wrong guy to follow the Halo Q&A apparently.
In the Battlefront, can you be a Jedi in first person? It looked like you could switch from third to first person, but when they had to show the heroes, it only showed third person. So I don't know that. That's not.
So have they answered yet how you become
hero?
Jedi, a hero, or get into the vehicles, or is it going to be just like it is with?
I actually
Battlefield?
don't know that offhand. I thought that they had. I thought that they'd already answered that information. It's probably on the internet somewhere, but
My guess is that actually they haven't revealed that because that's what everybody's asking us right now.
Okay.
I feel like if they had revealed it, we would know. So we don't. But maybe if you guys let us go play some games, we'll go try and figure it out.
hey, which Halo Master Chef adventure did you enjoy most?
I like the Master Chef adventure where they went to find just the perfect truffles in northern Spain. That was a great Halo.
Joel, what type of hair gel do you use?
Doesn't matter.
That's the question. Answer the question.
That's not a. You want to come answer Halo questions, James? Get up here.
Who's booing us?
I'm getting booed by my own coworkers. They're a bunch of dicks. Guys, if you're watching this, save me from E3. Hashtag save
Wait, are
Joel.
you guys going to save us right now? Are you coming up soon? Oh,
You wanna,
okay.
you
All
wanna
right,
come
hold
over
on.
here and answer some Halo questions?
Yes.
Boo. All right, here comes
Oh,
Alex.
it was you that was booing.
Boo.
Oh, he's going to answer questions with us?
You want to answer some Halo questions?
Yes.
Hello.
First time E3, very much happiness.
Hold on. I think I might have a question for
My
Alex.
phone died, so I don't know.
Hold on. Let me get it. Oh, what's your favorite sandwich?
Baloney.
Really?
Do they have bologna where you're from?
No.
It's always been a dream of yours to eat bologna sandwiches.
Here is best baloney in the world.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Excellent.
Will
Do you do you play Halo?
Yes.
Do you like Halo?
No. Yes.
All right, but then I have a Halo question for you. Will UNSC air vehicles return in Halo 5?
I am not allowed to answer those questions. Thank you.
Okay, all right. Well, I guess
This
that's
has
the
been
end
a
of
good
that
interview.
one. Hold on. Joel, will you guys do a Halo the musical like you did Assassin's Creed?
I want to write some musicals for Funhouse. It's a question of time, and are you booing me again? James is booing me again, so I guess we're not getting a Halo musical. Sorry.
Kate Meeks, she's kind of cute, says, "It's awesome to see more Harmony Grits on camera."
Thank you, Kate Meeks.
That's a guy. She's catfishing you.
Oh, God darn it.
Sorry, man.
Are there any E3 questions, or is it all questions about my hair gel, personal appearance, and Halo musicals?
That's about it.
Oh.
What character type are you most excited to play in Star Wars Battlefront?
Well,
This is a game you might actually play.
Are
too.
you going to play Rebel, or are you going to play Imperial?
Well, I mean, like it's going to matter which map you load into.
Right.
I'm probably the most excited to play as. This is going to sound really dumb and nerdy. Luke Skywalker. I know it's really, it's a trope. Whatever. I'm excited to play Luke Skywalker. He's got a sweet green lightsaber. He's dressed in black. Oh man, I can't wait.
You know that they're going to reveal Ewok heroes, and that's what I want to play the most.
Ewok heroes?
You better believe it.
Wicket?
You're going to be armed with boulders.
You're gonna be Wicket?
And logs.
Can you name other Ewoks besides
Wicket? No, absolutely not.
All right.
T-Boo.
Jeremiah says Joel and Spool are wearing the same shirt.
It's true, we are. We talked about whether we were going to change, and we both are too stubborn and don't care enough to do so.
Well, no, you wouldn't. I mean, more booing. Oh wait, here's
Come
Adam.
boo me to my face.
Here's Adam.
Come boo me to my face.
Adam, did you ask them how about a Halo collection for PC?
Wait, that'd be great.
Yeah, he said that'd be great.
That would
I
be
think
great.
so too. I think so too. What was the best Halo game out of all of them, Adam?
Boo!
Halo 1.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry, Lawrence.
Sorry, Lawrence.
This is a good one. Will we see more For Honor gameplay?
I would like to see more For Honor gameplay. Absolutely.
That's a great question. I want to see more too. I was just talking to Blaine about it off stage, and I haven't seen much of it. And he was sort of explaining the game to me. It looks fucking rad.
It really does. Actually, and it looked like kind of a cool MOBA. If that sounds ridiculous to
All
me.
MOBAs are cool. Bruce.
Hey, James.
Boo!
Oh man. Do you think Cortana will return in Halo 5?
Adam
Yes.
says yes.
The answer is yes.
This is how we get wrinkles, Bernie.
Like the Blair Witch Project. Excited to hear about the new Destiny classes?
You bet I am. I'm gonna play a Space Elf Warlock. Is that a thing?
I love asking Joel about video games he doesn't play. It's one of my favorite things to do.
Oh, are you excited for the new Tyrael Diablo skin and the Diablo Angel skin?
For Heroes of the Storm?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the right answer.
Let's see here. Hold on. There's a lot of questions coming in. Boy, oh boy.
Hot dog.
At James Williams wants to know, hey Joel, what are your thoughts on Civilization Beyond Earth Rising Tide DLC?
I'm really excited to go next door and play. Okie doke.
Wait, can we go to you? Jordan, are you guys ready?
No, I'm not getting. No, they're not ready.
No, he's nodding. No, they're not ready.
They're not.
Son of a. All right.
We can vamp forever.
Ewoks were playable in hunt mode in Battlefront 2.
This isn't Battlefront 2.
I like that he says, what animals would you like to play from the Star Wars universe? Like Ewoks were animals.
I want to play Tidarians.
What?
Yeah, that way when the Jedi come to attack me, their mind tricks won't work on me.
We're losing viewers.
I bet we're not, actually.
Thoughts on the graphics of Need for Speed?
Oh, yeah, it looks okay.
I thought it looked pretty good. to be
Lawrence really
honest.
likes car games. Lawrence,
But I
do
thought
you want to come talk about car games for a second?
Yeah, sure. Hold on. There's a really funny.
he's reading a G chat from his girlfriend.
No. I wasn't. I was looking up a funny picture.
Nicholas says, does Joel have a boner?
A little bit. A little bit of a chub.
I don't know can they get that?
Boo!
Boo!
You interrupted the stream.
Boo!
This is E3.
Where's that hook?
Uh,
Let's see here. Favorite Halo weapon?
When you're doing these things, you're supposed to be like not funnier than the people that are coming after you, right? That's the trick. Is that what you guys are doing right
Well, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna. I mean,
now? Warm up that crowd.
it's not even.
the creatures are coming up next. They're guaranteed funnier than
You
we
guys are funny, right?
The answer is the Halo 2 Battle Royale.
Yes, they are funny. Oh, one of them's he's not sure.
We're getting a lot of scared looks.
One of them's not sure.
Thanks, guys.
Creatures are coming up soon, right? You guys are almost there soon.
There were so many Halo questions. We didn't have enough time to ask all of them to the developers. Sorry, guys. And Bruce and I don't know the answers.
Here, well, Adam, I got another
Adam
question.
doesn't
for you.
obviously know the answers either.
Disregarding the REQ packs,
Wait, what?
the rec packs,
Yeah.
is the armor customization as limited as it was in the beta?
Okay, so when they said maps are going free, they can't say it, but I'm pretty sure that means hats are going to cost money. So
All right.
Did you hear them, Joel?
Speculation
Joel,
stream.
did you listen to the interview?
I
The
did.
game's a MOBA. They have like the Warzone game is basically they're like you have creeps.
No, I saw.
it pushes. Yeah.
And
you
they're-
can finally play
and
Halo
then
with
people
us.
come in and.
You just spit on the mic. It's disgusting.
It's called it's a Halo MOBA.
Also, I don't own a console, so I can't play.
Oh my gosh, Joel. What about where's your phone? Why aren't you reading
I
questions?
remember my phone crashed.
They said, will you shut up? Well, right now, I mean, this is kind of our job.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be doing this.
Sorry, we're not developers of games.
Oh, it's actually Toy Darians, not Toy Darians. Boom! That's a Watto boom. Master Chief Arbiter, Love Baby, and Halo 5.
Confirm with Grit.
Confirmed.
Yep.
All right, Master Chief Love Baby. Can Harmony Grits live tap dance?
On a carpet?
Do it.
What are they? Can we?
This is how we fill time on youtube.com.
Oh, literal tap dancing, literal vamping.
Well, let's see here. Favorite game I've seen so far. I mean, I've already said it. It's Battlefront.
Battlefront,
Star
yeah.
Wars Battlefront for me. What about you?
Battlefront. I haven't seen Horizon yet. I really want to go see Horizon.
That's right, yeah.
And again, I keep saying it. It's a game I want to spend time in the world. So that the demo notwithstanding, I use E3 as a little whetting of my appetite for what's going to come this year. And like I use it to get really psyched about. Trailers don't do much for me. Pre-release information doesn't do much for me. I just need to go play a game for 5 minutes to let me know if I'm going to be interested in playing it. And Horizon's that for me.
Gregory says, Bruce, your badge is backwards.
So is mine.
Hey guys, do you think Pele is going to be playable in Halo 5?
Absolutely.
Pele playable in Halo 5? Yes.
Confirmed by
The
Adam
answer is
Kovac.
yes. Where's Spool? Where is Spool? He should be working. There he is.
Oh no, he's just chatting it up with Matt Peak over there.
What am I doing?
Oh no, I'm gonna die.
Hi, Joel. How's it going?
Oh well, we're getting the finger. Oh, we're getting the real wrap-up finger. So I'm gonna toss it reluctantly.
What does this mean, tornado?
I'm gonna toss it over to the. I'm gonna toss it over to the creatures, guys. I love you. I love you so very much.
Hey everybody, we are back. We're gonna take your questions. It's a little cold in here.
It is a
I had
little
to put a
chilly.
hoodie
Little
on.
nipply.
Like a chilly, I didn't want my nipples sticking out. But we're gonna take some of your questions right now.
Hashtag RTE3.
Hashtag RTE3. Austin King at a house in Gotham. Oh, that's a good Twitter handle. He says, "How do y'all feel about Kingdom Hearts gameplay?"
In general, like
Yeah,
just the games.
Well, no. I think he means specific to E3.
E3 there hasn't been any. Has there?
Well, yeah, they showed
When?
some at the Square Enix.
No, they did. Oh, I didn't see it.
The Wi-Fi password? Yeah, let me give it to you right now.
Alex sucks.
You gonna write this down?
There was. I didn't see it.
Yeah, there was
I
some.
was here and I missed it.
There was some at the Square Enix. Yeah, we missed. I saw teacups. I don't know. I mean, my big thing with Kingdom Hearts was it was always the game that I felt like you could beat just by hitting X over and over again, or square, whatever attack was. But I'm assuming they're going to add more. They probably have to find new ways to innovate these games, and it can't just be walking through it
Disney's
again.
got to make some more movies for them to integrate with.
Did you play any of the Kingdom Hearts
I played
games?
the first one. I played the very first one, but not the second.
Could you describe the plot to that game?
The gummy ship flies through space after you make it.
That's the one.
Hercules is in there.
Hercules is in there.
I don't remember who else was in.
Tarzan.
Mickey was in it.
Mickey is not actually in Kingdom Hearts.
Because why are you trying to save him? Like he gets kidnapped or something.
He disappears.
And then
He's not
Donald and
present for most
Goofy
of
are
the
your
game.
teammates.
You got a question?
I do. I did until my phone fell asleep. Here we go. What? I don't need it that close.
Higher. You come in from the top.
Michael Mayer is asking, how do you feel about Sony not having any upgraded controllers, especially since their controllers wear down the most?
Do they? Is that confirmed?
I don't know if that's confirmed.
I don't know if that's going to... Everyone seems to really enjoy the PlayStation 4 controller. Here, think about the fact how long they stuck with the DualShock.
Yeah.
They stuck with that for a really, really long time. I don't think they're in the business of updating their controller every year or so.
I guess what he's kind of asking is because like now Microsoft and the Xbox has the Elite controllers and the advanced ones. Do you feel like, I guess he's asking if we feel like Sony should come out with their own?
I mean, I'm grateful every single time Microsoft updates their controller, right? I don't think there's any issues with it, but I am grateful for a new, more advanced way to play the game. But, I mean, we're still basically playing games the same way.
Yeah.
We're holding left trigger to aim down sights, and then we're hitting right trigger.
Yeah.
So, like, we don't really need to do that much.
And I mean, I'm biased because I'm primarily a PC gamer, so I'm used to using a mouse and keyboard, so I've got, like, dozens of keys already available to me. So when I pick up a controller, I'm looking for something kind of simple, like you only have to hit, like, 6 or 7 buttons. I'd prefer a keyboard and a mouse if I really want a lot of buttons to press.
If you want my totally uninformed industry opinion, I would say that the Xbox Elite controller is like a keyboard. That's what it's. The only reason they're upgrading is because they know people use Xbox controllers to sometimes play PC games, and they can get a larger crowd if they have a controller that's fully customizable and accessible to everyone.
And I know when me and Lawrence kind of turned to each other, I think it was me and Lawrence, me and Adam, we kind of turned to each other when we saw the controller, and we were like, well, that's kind of almost a competitor with the new Steam controller that's coming out.
It's true.
Steam's trying to put out like basically a controller that can replace a keyboard, and so that kind of reminded me of the Elite.
Yeah. At Ronok93 says, YouTube Gaming, what did you guys think of the Pip-Boy edition that Bethesda showed?
I thought it was really awesome because usually like collector's editions are really lame. Like usually there's like, oh yeah, you got like a map and maybe like a little figurine or something like that. But like the Pip-Boy, you can like actually use it and throw your phone in there and look really nerdy while you do it. But hey, at least it's something kind of functional. I'm very utilitarian. What do you think?
No. I'm not the biggest Fallout fan in the room, so I'm not going to toss down an extra pile of cash just to wear something on my wrist that probably will just be embarrassing.
Did they say how much it was for the collector?
I don't know. I don't think that
I
they
guess you
did.
can pre-order it already.
I'm sure you can, but it's just the kind of thing. It's a cool addition. I like the functionality of it, right?
Yeah.
Like that you can actually use it is
Exactly.
insane to me. I hope that I guess if I could say anything, I hope that future like big bundle Ultimate Edition of
Comes
these
with that.
games have things like this.
Especially
you know?
like even like remastered things can like
Yeah,
throw
yeah.
in like little things like that. That
It's cool to
are
have a
fan service.
12-inch statue of Master Chief, but it's cooler to have a functional device that like you can use with the game.
Yeah. I have a question from Daniel Lauder, Dan Lauder 96. You've played Battlefront already, so you can probably answer this question better than I can.
haven't. I haven't
Does it
played it.
look like there are bots in Battlefront like in Titanfall?
I haven't played it.
I thought. Oh, you didn't play Battlefront.
No,
Oh.
I am very upset about that.
Oh, I thought you did before. I'm thinking-
But I don't know. It looks like it's more crowded. It's really hard to tell, especially in the Hoth battle that they've been showing.
Yeah.
It looks like there's a lot of like traffic, I guess you would say. But I think some of that is like the mounted laser cannons that may just be there for graphical effects. Like
Yeah.
it may not actually be player controlled.
to me, it seems like there's a lot going on at all times. Like I'd be surprised if those were all players, and impressed really if those were all players on like even the gameplays they've showed us so far.
I am totally down with bots and
yeah.
things. Like I'm really excited for the Halo 5 Warzone gameplay mode.
Like
where-
whenever I played Titanfall in the past, I loved going around like killing the little like minions. When I couldn't find people, it's just like they give you that a little bit extra added on their multiplayer.
At Mitchell Music says, how do you feel about mods in Xbox?
Mods on Xbox. I, as a longtime PC gamer,
Oh,
am,
you are? Oh, I didn't realize.
I am happy to see that mods are coming to consoles, starting with Xbox, because there's so many times where I've been explaining to someone like, oh yeah, I love Skyrim, and they're like, oh, I love Skyrim too, and I'm like, oh yeah, have you played like with these mods or anything like that? And they're like, no, I'm sorry, I played it on the Xbox
Yeah.
or something like that. And I'm like, oh, you're missing out on like half of like, especially Bethesda games or a lot of games nowadays have really big like mod scenes, and so I'm happy that.
Do you think though it's going to change how modding works? Like, do we honestly think that they're just going to be like, anybody that want to make some mod, just throw it on our Xbox store and then you can download it there? Like,
I feel like it's going to be very locked down on consoles. They're going to be curated and filtered versus on PC where it's kind of like, hey, there's nude mods and like Skyrim and like all that kind of stuff. Where
Yeah.
you're not going to see that on the Xbox.
maybe.
That'd be cool if they didn't really lock it down, but I feel like they're going to, and they're probably going to charge for them too, which is going to be the other kind of crappy thing. But
Yeah.
with that said, maybe you'll get more higher quality mods.
I think it's a great step towards kind of merging the worlds because right now it's very much PC and consoles, as you know, and so it's a great step towards merging the two worlds that we as gamers kind of have.
Yeah.
And so even if it isn't perfect, which I can almost guarantee you it won't be, because nothing ever is,
No.
but even if it isn't perfect, I think it's going to be a step in the right direction.
Yeah, exactly. I have a question here from Fat Vagabond. Brett Noel Sparks Jr. asks, should there be more or less single-player games released than multiplayer games?
I mean, honestly, I think you're going to start seeing everything merge.
Yeah.
I think you're going to see more games like Division, like Destiny. You're going to see games that are just built on the back of multiplayer, but
Yeah.
can totally be played alone.
Yeah, and I'm of the opinion, like, I like games that kind of have both, or, I mean, it's nice when they can focus on one or the other, but, like, I come from an MMO background where I'm used to playing with lots of people. I kind of like how, like, Destiny or a lot of kind of semi-MMOs do it where it's multiplayer in, like, kind of lobbies, or, like, you'll do multiplayer stuff, like raids and whatnot, but then you can kind of go into your own little single-player world at the same time. Like, I like that stuff a lot, because it lets you
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of control your own experience.
Yeah, I agree. At NateBear91 asks, is hashtag the Hoop God real?
He is. It took us a while to find him.
He may or may not be. Yeah, we as soon as that happened at the press conference, for those of you that don't know what we're talking about, what was it, EA?
EA and
brought the Hoop God up on stage,
Yes.
scanned his face,
Yeah.
and then put his Twitter up there, and we were like, well, we got to find this guy.
Yeah, we
So
want to see how many
immediately
followers.
started searching for him, and but then there's another person on Twitter called The Hoop
God
Not
already
the Hoop
existed.
God.
He gained like 100 or 2.
We were watching
followers
his
where,
Twitter followers go up.
The Hoop God was the real one, but he started with 0 followers, and so it was like, is he real or
Dream is
not?
real for the Hoop God. So he does exist.
He does.
We're just
turns
not
out.
sure who he is.
I have another question here from @MiniActionJesus. If you were in any game at E3 this year, which one would it be?
If I was in
a
any game,
If you were in a game.
probably one where you're less likely to die. Maybe that pug butt sniffing game.
Would you be a pug or would you just be like a human that's watching the pugs?
I don't care. As
Or
long as
maybe
I sniff those butts.
You'd be just the butt, not even the whole pug.
Okay, just be a living butt, sentient butt.
I would want to be in that Horizon game, I think. Like, just the world of it looks cool. I mean, I would probably die really quickly. Oh, maybe I could be one of the robot
I was
dinosaurs.
gonna say you could be a robot dinosaur,
hell
but
yeah,
the
then
small
yes.
little compy one that she kills with one hit, stealth kills in the beginning.
I'm like, I'm your friend, I'm your friend.
yeah.
Shoots you for no reason.
I don't have friends. I'm a dinosaur robot tech monster. At Ignore My Girth says, what is your favorite motion control game? That's a tough
Favorite
one.
motion control. Wii Sports is that an acceptable answer? Like, I
fine,
played
yeah,
a lot of Wii
that's
Sports
okay.
with my family and stuff, and that was.
Yeah.
Or Twilight Princess. I like Twilight Princess.
I thought Twilight Princess on the Wii was handled pretty well.
Yeah.
But we're gonna go to check out Arkham Knight over here. I'm actually gonna. You can follow me. I'm just gonna walk
I'm
real
gonna stay
cool
here
like
and be
up there
sad.
and pull a Fred Rogers.
Bernie and Spool.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
Bernie and
Best
Spool,
team
this is
ever.
the dream team. Actually, I got you a coffee.
Most requested.
I was going to let Blaine give it to you, but I wanted the credit for it. Here you go. So, Adam, I'm going to need you over here to talk to me a little bit about this this Adam West revelation that you've made. You're a legit Adam West fan.
Hi. Hello. Hello.
They both were.
Yeah, big Adam West fan.
The one thing I secretly held out hope for in E3 is I secretly held out hope for the fact that Joker would be in Arkham Knight in some of the assets that they had. And more than anything else, I was hoping that they would have the Joker be the Jared Leto and drive everybody crazy. If they just said, yeah, that's canon now, we're going to the Jared Leto version.
Yeah, he's got a big damage sticker on his head. Yeah, it's fantastic.
You know what I said on the podcast, and I'm sorry if I'm repeating this if you watch that podcast, but everyone always gets up in arms about what the Joker looks like in whatever iteration.
Right.
But you have to look back and realize there's never been a bad Joker. It's almost like there's no way to do that character wrong. Like going even back to the Adam West one, they had a mustache and they just
painted over, and it was fine.
It was fine.
Yeah,
it was perfectly fine.
He was a Latino. Like
Yeah.
it was fine. It's like Joker can be played by
It was
almost
Cesar Romero.
Yeah, who was a fantastic Joker. I
Great
mean,
Joker.
If I were to tell you back then too, like Luke Skywalker will one day play the Joker, you go, shut up.
Right.
Yeah.
And people argue that he is the best one. And then they said, oh, Troy Baker's going to take over. It's like, he could never do it. And he's almost a mimic. It's like one-to-one.
Well, even with like Heath Ledger, everyone when he was first cast, everyone's like, "Who? Why Heath Ledger? He's only done like teenager movies and like a night movie and whatnot." But he shocked everyone and shut up.
Jack Nicholson didn't catch as much flack when he was announced, but Michael Keaton definitely did. They got death threats over Michael Keaton. You know,
As
it's
Batman.
a very beloved character. Let's just put it that way.
Either way, I mean, one of the greatest things about Batman is that it exists in so many different iterations. And
Absolutely.
And the Arkham series is actually one of my favorite versions of it because I feel like they just take all the things that work with the series and they make it into its own thing. It's not based on the movie. It's not purely based on the comics. They just take the best of the best and they make it into its own thing. And that's what I love about the series.
Well, if you want to tweet us your questions at hashtag RTE3, we'll be taking those over Twitter. But before we let you go, how playing it for the first time?
I mean, it looks fantastic. I mean, the game comes out in a week and it looks polished. It looks done. It's the best looking version of it. James seemed to figure out right away. The driving felt good.
Yeah.
It feels one-to-one. So
Do you
yeah.
think?
What's that?
Do you look forward to playing it with the Elite controller more so? Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe whenever that $150 monstrosity comes out, sure.
I get the feeling Spool has like a side endorsement we don't know about. Like he's kind of working into conversation.
I mean, no.
He really wants that thing. Anyway, I got to run and give this thing back.
We're gonna let you go because
Have
you
fun.
gotta go help get the Game Grumps ready. That's who's coming up next on the main stage. Will be the fellas from Game Grumps. I see them over there prepping right now. I see
They're
Rise,
grumping
Aaron
up.
waving. Hello, Aaron.
Getting grumpy.
Yeah, but before we go to questions, I want to bring on somebody and introduce them. You know, this is the YouTube booth, and a big part of YouTube is a very creator-oriented culture. And I just met Aaron here, different Aaron, and you have your own YouTube channel, Craig Gaming channel, and you were here to cover Arkham Knight. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your channel? What's the name, first of all?
So the name of the channel is Caboose XBL. I actually named it after your series, Red vs. Blue. And yeah, I've just been very inspired by the series as a whole. And
That's why I brought you up here, so you'd legally say that on camera, so now I have a lawsuit.
that's right. So yeah, I've been covering Batman Arkham Knight since it was announced. I've been covering Batman for 3 years. So yeah, it's really picked up. About 77,000 subscribers now, and I'm just so glad to be here.
That's awesome. I mean, I could imagine when I was, your age, being able to make content and 77,000 people would show up to watch it.
It's absolutely mind-blowing.
Okay, well, thanks for coming on. And one more time, what's the name of the channel?
Caboose XBL.
Caboose XBL. Make sure you check it out and subscribe to it. Thanks, Aaron. Really appreciate it, man. Nice to meet you.
Thanks.
Yeah, and if you're at E3 or you can get in here somehow and you have a YouTube channel that's like not one of the biggest ones on the network, we would love to talk to you so that people can learn about your channel.
Yeah, get you out there.
What do we got from Twitter?
So this question was actually for the Rocksteady guys, but I think we could actually kind of pose it too. They're asking, James Burns was asking, so will you guys ever work on different DC characters like Superman or Green Arrow after the Batman Arkham series?
And I think those licenses are all kind of bundled up where, like, if they've licensed the Batman character, they could license... Licensing for characters is getting out of control now. Like, Lego has a license for everything, it seems like, and they're even combining them in ways I never thought they would.
Well, yeah, and, even the Marvel franchise is, all kind of twisted up between a bunch of different properties and stuff there. That's just a mess. But I was just, I was trying to think of which DC characters I would like to see next, after Batman. We've seen Superman games do pretty poor in the past, but maybe come back to it when he's maybe younger or something like that, and kind of
Superman is a really hard character to put as a hero because how do you make him feel like he can be hurt? You know what I mean? Or there's any kind of stakes when you're playing, and so he definitely has had some trouble as a character in video games.
I mean, you could maybe do Green Arrow or something like that. Oh, but he's really similar to Batman in that he's still just got a bunch of gadgets and.
Well, the thing about a game too. Hey, what's up? Oh, look who's here, everybody. It is...
It's a special guest.
LeVar Burton. I feel very special. How are you doing?
You know what? It's E3, Bernie.
It is E3.
And you're on TV.
We're on the biggest TV in the world. It's the internet.
I love that about you, Bernie.
We even have a microphone for you. It's almost like a professional entertainment environment.
My very own microphone.
Don't tell anybody.
So... how's the E3 going for you?
So it's
you having a good time?
Great time,
great time.
This is Sean.
I'm Sean.
Sean, LeVar,
nice
good to see you.
So here's the big question that I have.
Talk to me.
As a former member, bridge crew member of the Starship Enterprise, who's well known for having a visor, have you tried on HoloLens yet?
Not yet. I understand that is one of the don't miss attractions here at E3 2015.
I can't imagine. I would love a demonstration where they had Minecraft.
Yeah.
And it was like Minecraft was sitting in front of them. It was like
really.
It's like the future. It's like the absolute future.
I'll be the judge of that.
In your sole discretion. So how about you? What are you here to see at E3?
Just demoed the new Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, you a fan of the series?
Awesome. Mika is. Mika loves Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, so Mika, hi, comes back.
She totally killed the game.
Hi there.
We need another microphone.
Our daughter Mika, she's a very good friend of Rooster Teeth and the Achievement Hunter crew in particular.
Yes, I am, and I love all of you guys, and I'm very happy to be here.
See, this is something that I really identify with because I have two kids. They're 10 and 13, and I really connect with them through gaming. I feel very fortunate that I'm in a career where, that they like and they understand, actually. So, and I get to sit down. Last night, I got to play with the guy who has the highest gamer score in the entire world.
I love that guy.
On the Xbox platform.
Wow.
Across every
Are
game.
you kidding?
Yeah, he has I have my
He has no life.
Yeah, that's the big joke. He's trying to get out of it. He's trying to get out of the game.
Yeah.
But we got to play Lego Jurassic World. It's the Lego version of Jurassic World.
Wow.
And I was saying my kids are going to be so furious if they see me playing with you.
Where is this guy from?
I think he's from Kentucky, I want to say.
Space, probably. He's an alien.
He hit 1 million gamer score last year or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was incredible.
You know about this guy.
Dude, I watched it happen live on Twitch.
Yeah, 1 million gamer score would be the maximum amount of points in a game traditionally is 1,000 points. So that would be 1,000 games that he completed.
Max.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's an enormous amount of games. Were you an arcade guy growing up?
Yes.
At all? Yeah, so was I. There's actually a really cool booth right over here, which is a museum. It's a history of video games.
They have an original Atari over there.
They do. Yeah, with an adventure cartridge in it.
Right? With a cartridge, with an actual cartridge.
Yeah, they got a wooden box with Pong in it, because that's, I guess, the way they shipped it initially.
Really?
Yeah, it's nuts.
Very cool.
So what are you guys looking forward to that you haven't yet had a chance to see?
All the stuff at Nintendo, all the new Amiibo stuff, that's really exciting for me. But other than that, probably everything over at Ubisoft.
So you're an Amiibo-centric person. Disney Infinity doesn't do it for you?
No, I don't know. There's something about the impossibleness of Amiibos that I love. There's something about going on eBay at 2 in the morning and finding it for $45 when they're really $10. Love it.
Well, what's the one you're chasing right now?
I'm chasing a dark pit.
Okay.
Yeah. If a dark pit happens to find its way to me, I will be a very happy camper.
Well, I lived through the Beanie Babies era, so just because it's a lot of fun, but I don't know how great of an investment it's going to be.
Yeah, no, I know.
If I'm currently at the end of a Far Cry addiction.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you were really addicted to Far Cry.
So were you playing Far Cry 3?
Yeah.
3 or 4?
4, sorry, Far Cry 4.
4.
You know, we actually have a very famous person on our staff. Adam Kovic is, for Far Cry 3, the box quote.
There he is.
The
There he
box
is.
quote was, "It's like Skyrim with guns," and that is Adam Kovic.
Wow!
He was running over until I said that.
You totally offended Adam.
It was probably the most lampooned criticism in the history of games journalism, I think. Don't get okay. You'll live it down eventually, just not while you know me, Adam. All right, so are you guys here for?
We're going to be here for a while. Yeah, we're going to be here for a while. We're going to run around, see things, do stuff. We just came to annoy you because we love you.
Listen, jump in anytime. Come on, are you kidding me?
All righty.
And I still got to see you in a HoloLens. That would be amazing.
We're going to check it out.
Yeah.
We're going to check it
Where
out.
can people follow you guys? Where can they find you?
At Mika Burton on Twitter.
At LeVar Burton on Twitter.
One of the best pair of periscopers
Oh yeah.
on the internet.
I introduced him to Periscope.
You know what? We have to
so-
Periscope from E3.
You should totally do that.
We will.
Yeah.
We will. We will.
Yeah.
We
Yeah, you
will.
guys are a blast to watch in
Yeah.
there. Well, thanks for stopping by. It was great to see you.
God bless, Brian.
Yeah.
Always a pleasure.
Great meeting you.
Have a great show.
Thanks,
Enjoy.
guys.
Enjoy. We'll see you later.
Yeah, we'll see you later. We'll be around.
See you later.
Love to have you guys on. So are we? So the
I
Game
don't
Grumps
know.
are still getting ready. It's just a couple minutes here before Aaron Ross' crew are all set up and going to be playing. Do you know what they're playing?
Let me look.
Hey Ross, what game are you guys playing? They're playing Duck Game. Oh, we
Duck
did this in
Game.
testing. This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous game. It's like Adam. It's like Skyrim with ducks, is what it is. They'll put it on the cover of the
He'll
game.
never
if they
live
ever
that
release it.
down.
I don't know. Have you ever played Duck Game before?
I haven't. I've seen a very little bit of it. It looked very interesting.
Ash, you want to come tell us what Skyrim with ducks looks like?
Coffee's great, by the way. So here's what I know about it. I installed it last night and tested it to make sure it worked.
Yep.
It's ducks with guns. It's the
Oh.
Revenge of Duck Hunt.
So it's not Skyrim.
Except,
It's not Skyrim with ducks. It's ducks with guns.
right, it's Duck Hunt with,
The ducks
Fun.
are hunting.
Hunt ducks.
it's Hunt Ducks with, it looks great. It's one of the, it's a similar, simple, all shared screen game. You're a duck, you get a gun, you shoot the other ducks.
That sounds like cannibalism almost.
Here's the,
No one said they ate the ducks.
this is the question that I have. Would it fit your $1, 1 hour scheme?
We'll have
your
to find
criteria?
out. We'll have to find out if they can enjoy it for the whole session.
Should we just turn this side into Spool's Corner, where at the end of every segment he shouts out, pass?
You know,
Yes.
something we didn't do this year we have to do is like kind of a tradition at E3 is at all the developer booths, a lot of the journalists and like magazines, they'll put up awards of their choice of game of the show, and the developers proudly hang those on their booth. I want a Spool one. That's
Like-
just like Spool's like seal of approval.
If it passes
$1.
$1 an hour,
That would be great over at Indicate over there.
like a little green stamp. Yeah.
Be back. All right.
day.
Well, thank you for joining us and telling us about Duck Hunt. All right, we all set there. Blaine is giving me either the middle finger or telling me to wrap it up.
Ready
So,
for some
one of the
game
two.
grumping.
All right, guys. You guys have been asking for them all day long. We are going to take a break and turn this entire stage over to the Game Grumps, everybody.
Hi.
Hello and welcome back. So,
Game Grumps, did we
Yeah.
just cut you off? I'm really sorry.
I think we did.
You can take a break now.
Okay, cool.
You guys want to wrestle?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes, come over here. Come on.
Yeah, thank you to Game
Come
Grumps.
down, come down here to wrestle. Yeah, let's go down there and wrestle.
Good time.
Yeah, cool. Good job. There we go.
Sumo. Sorry about that. You're a monster, dude.
Yeah. Okay.
Are we?
Okay, perfect.
Oh, if you want to hang out, yeah. Are either of you gentlemen fans of Assassin's Creed?
Sure.
Yeah.
You
I love
have-
killing people.
I don't think
What are
it
we
is.
talking about?
That's fine. Murder, apparently.
Oh, great. Great.
Oh, you gentlemen got to go. Oh, wait. Oh, move over. I can't tell. I do want to take this opportunity, actually, to thank Blaine. He's been kicking ass on this whole thing.
Yeah.
Yelling at us off screen. He's a beautiful man, too. So.
Thank you very much.
There you go.
Yeah, just so to make this segue make sense, we're actually going to be talking to the Assassin's Creed Syndicate devs from Ubisoft coming in. We're going to be checking out the game. You guys are free. You don't have to. You're just arm candy at this point.
They're going to be ducks. Are there ducks in Assassin's Creed Syndicate?
You got to get the ducks out of your head, man. I know you're going to be dreaming about ducks, but I know it's a good game. Actually, I just want to. You guys, Game Grumps, I'm a big fan. You guys have been growing exponentially for a long time.
Yes, you have to say something.
What do you guys? I was going to ask them. What do you guys have? What do you guys have planned for this year?
I know. For this year, well, we just launched a new kind of show called Guild Grumps, which was Ross's baby.
Yeah. So I started this show recently. We almost filmed it like a satirical, like a parody of reality shows because we've all had run-ins with reality shows and had a bad time. So we made this kind of fake reality show about me forcing them to play World of Warcraft with boosted level 90 characters. None of them have played an MMO before. The result was absolutely tragic, and I had a horrible time. But yeah, that was the show.
Yeah. Give me that.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, so that was like a new kind of experimental show for us. It was unscripted, but it was heavily edited and stuff. So we're looking to maybe do more stuff like that in the future. Because, yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah,
I mean, like,
end-level raids in WoW, they're terrifying if you don't know what you're doing, because you basically have like 3 columns and 3 rows of buttons, and they're all different icons, and you're just... Imagine it's like being thrown inside of a tank, and no one told you what to do, and also you're in the middle of a war.
I would probably say more like an airplane and the airplane's crashing. Yeah, about that.
What's going on? I have to work with him. You aware of this?
Just leave them. Join us.
He typically gets a lot of bruises because of my wild arm motions in the wrestling. It predicates some very uncomfortable conversations in situations like this.
There was some situation where it came up. I forget what exactly it was, but Lawrence was upset that he wasn't given the reins on a specific project. And he had his headphones plugged into his PC, and he said, "This is I'm not going to cuss, but he said, "This is BS. I deserve it." And he ripped his head back and ripped the headphones off of his computer and knocked a bunch of shit over. I said, "You're the perfect man for this job."
Yeah. And then I spit on everyone around me, and I do that a lot. So I should have warned you. I do spit a lot. Don't get it in your eyes. I got all kinds of stuff in here. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, if you want to be like me, which I wouldn't recommend. Yeah, it's a very contentious relationship. I imagine you guys have the same thing. A lot of wrestling, a lot of body injury.
We have lightsabers in the office. That's a regular thing. We play. What's it called?
I don't know if it has a name, but
I think somebody jokingly
you hit a limb, you can't use it anymore.
It becomes like a Monty Python thing. If you get hit by a limb, you can't use that limb. So by the end of it, you're just doing this. Yeah, it's great.
On top of the game. Oh yeah, get out of here.
Okay.
I have a million questions. Yeah. Hey, come by.
Thanks
sometime,
for dropping
please.
by.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us there.
I'm giving you the weird one.
That's fine. Hi.
Assassin's Creed, right?
Assassin's Creed Syndicate. It's a new one.
Yeah, well, we had some questions from the audience. I'm going to be honest, most of them are just paraphrases of "will it be good this time?" That's very clever, Internet.
Yeah, give up the clever jokes.
So I'm going to challenge that one. Oh yeah, we look like dorks. Sorry.
Whatever, I'm at a convention. Yeah, like I said, we got Ubisoft coming on board. Assassin's Creed Syndicate, for those who don't know, I'm always kind of curious when they take the number away. It's always kind of curious. So I don't know exactly where they're going with this one, if it's like an offshoot like Brotherhood, or they want it to be a standalone, or they're just getting rid of the numbers entirely.
I think that's the case. Because
one of the questions I want to ask.
Unity, Rogue, and now Syndicate. I think.
Yeah.
Because let's see here, there'd be 4, 5, 6. This would be 7.
Yeah.
Which, by Final Fantasy rules, means it's the good one. So don't worry.
Some questions. Yeah. So we set out earlier. If you have any questions for us, use the hashtag RTE3. We're going to be reading those, taking the best ones.
Yeah.
If you keep asking those same tired questions, we're probably going to avoid them because they're tired and sad.
So, on the subject of the last question that I saw pop up a lot, I actually liked Unity. I was a weird one. Okay, so yeah, it was broken, but it was also more Assassin's Creed than Black Flag was. Like, Black Flag was kind of a boat game.
I enjoyed it, though.
It's cool, yeah, but not a lot of stealth anymore. The assassinations weren't that complicated. Unity kind of brought it back to parkour and stabbing guys in the neck, which I liked. So I think we'll see more of that in Syndicate. That's kind of how it looks. It's landlocked anyway, so there's not going to be a lot of boats.
Unity, I just had the problem with it. The controls didn't really feel one-to-one. It felt a little
it was
laggy.
a lot slower.
Yeah, it seems like the more they add to it, it kind of slows the game down. So I'm hoping that they've tuned it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Now they've had a bit more time with the new generation of consoles, it doesn't feel so hampered down.
I just had an idea. Okay, Syndicate probably not going to have boats. Trains.
Fine. Is that one of the questions?
You can have your own train, and you can upgrade it, put little barrel launchers on the side, trick it out, put some flame decals on there.
I mean, you joke, but actually, like, one of the things that I like most about Assassin's Creed, and I've said this a million times, but there was a moment like Assassin's Creed 3 where you're running through like a shipyard of boats being built. I'm like, no other game can do this.
Yeah, it's digital tourism, basically.
Yeah, basically. And I mean, like, the Animus has basically served as a reason to go through history, and visit time periods I normally couldn't, and it's slowly just becoming more and more like that.
Well, you went to Italy because of Assassin's Creed 2, right?
That's very true. Yeah, I actually kind of felt like I got a tour early on, and then when I went on vacation, I kind of knew where I was going. It's kind of cool. Yeah, we're gearing up right here. We're getting pretty closer. Do you want us to come up? Are we good? I don't know. Oh no.
We continue to vamp. Oh, by the way,
we should take a question or two though.
Before we do that, have we named this aside from the step and repeat? Because I think we should call it the vamp stamp.
What was that?
It's the vamp stamp. That's where we are now. So most people are asking questions for the devs, which we can't really answer ourselves, but we are taking note of them and we'll address them later.
Yeah.
At this point, we can basically just say what we think and then talk about it just after this. So somebody asking, will there be train assassinations? It's kind of a cool idea. I don't know to what degree trains are going to factor in.
I got the look from our friend.
Oh, we're getting an approval here.
Okay,
nice.
you can officially assassinate someone with a train. That's really cool.
So does that mean you jump off a train or like you
it comes
change
out
the
of your
tracks?
wrist.
Yeah. Man, summoning trains?
Steam.
It's just becoming Final Fantasy. This is awesome. There's like a Doom train and some.
Take it back.
That's great. I can't wait.
So yeah. Okay.
So and also by that means in like 20 years they're going to remake Syndicate and everybody's going to lose their minds. This is getting weird and meta.
Timely joke.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So let's pull out some more questions. We need Spool here because somebody's asking for Spool to put on a Victorian accent. Get over here. Don't shake your head. Get up here. The people want it. He's already wearing a hat.
There you go.
You got one?
No, I couldn't find any good ones.
Aw.
Try harder, people. Oh.
All right, Spool.
All right, Spool's turn.
I can't do accents, though.
Well, try. You have to.
So wait, Victorian accent?
Give me a line to say. Like, what would a Victorian person say?
I'm a mean assassin and you're to die.
But in an English accent.
Yeah, Victorian.
I'm an assassin and you're going to die.
You just
I don't know what accent that is.
You just dropped your
It's not
voice a little
British.
bit.
That's not Victorian.
Yeah.
I told you.
Close enough. I mean, was that Victorian? I think so. It sounded pretty. Oh, come on. Be nice to him. Thank you. All right. So let's see here. In AC Syndicate, what can we expect in terms of character customization? Are there differences in equipment between Jacob and Evie?
That's actually one of the things I really liked about Assassin's Creed Unity was, we talked about this early on back when we did the game preview, but we were talking about, like, I like the sheer amount of outfit changes and stuff you can do. I like dressing up my dolly. Yeah. So I actually like that you didn't have to just wear the assassin's garb the whole time. I like that you would, if you were to be an actual assassin, you probably wouldn't wear a big flowy robe. Looks cool, but I like the...
You mentioned that about Unity, is that you can give yourself kind of a tighter cat suit.
All right. Well, I guess Lawrence and I are moving over. We're going to be doing the interview now with Jack. He's over there. Nope. No, keep yelling, though.
So yeah, if you guys want to tweet us with questions, hashtag RTE3.
Thank you very much.
With general E3 questions, Ashley, have you found any good ones yet?
I have found probably the best question of the day, which is,
Okay.
between the two of us, who is stronger? That's from Lord Fortune.
Between the two of who?
You and me. Who's stronger?
Well, obviously Ashley. Here's the thing. I had trouble opening a water bottle earlier, and I handed it over to Ashley.
You're telling my story about why I'm not drinking water?
And Ashley, she opened it up like this. She snapped it open really fast. And then with the force of that, she snapped open 7 other water bottles. I couldn't believe it. It was amazing. She's way stronger.
I'm the reason that California has a drought. I'm breaking all your water bottles.
Okay, so here's another question about, I keep seeing this on Twitter. They always want to know about Assassin's Creed in feudal Japan or samurais, because that was rumored a while back. And I hope we get to see it soon.
I'd be up for it. I mean, they've been setting a lot of the smaller Assassin's Creed Chronicles games in those, I hesitate to call them more exotic locations, but those exotic locations.
Yeah.
Like there was China, there's Russia, there was India. So, oh my.
What was that? Who was that?
That was Bruce's Phantom Hand. So we are seeing a little bit of it. I would like to see a full 3D, full world Assassin's Creed game set in Japan, though. They have to give it to us at some point, right?
I feel like it's going to be happening. Thank you for the badges. I needed those.
And now Lawrence can get into the show.
This one's from Zepedro. Have you tried any of the booths? Any plans for any of you doing a Hot Pepper gaming review? Ashley, you going to do Hot Pepper gaming review?
How hot is the pepper?
How hot is the pepper? Has anybody done it here?
You get to pick, I think, based on your own courage levels. You can do like a Serrano, or you can do a jalapeno, or you can do a ghost pepper. Adam, stay away.
So, ghost pepper's really, really hot. And I don't know if you want to do that one.
Yeah, I like my insides, so I'm going to go one down from whatever the worst one is. It's like how you pick game difficulty.
Thank you for those badges. I appreciate it.
I would not do that in a million years, but I would love to see like Michael or Gavin do that. That would be a great fit.
Look, if you pay them $5, they'll do pretty much anything.
You don't even have to pay them the $5.
You just have to dare them, right? Or
Yes.
even that.
At Bernie wants to know, Bruce, what's the fart count at? You do, right?
Tweet.
We're at, I don't know, 55 or whatever. I think I've farted 55 times. That seems like a lot.
At Steel Pariah asks, butt sniffing pugs or No Man's, I'm going to assume that's No Man's Sky,
Sky,
not No
yeah.
Man's Land, which will have a better end game?
Oh, man, that one's tough. You get to sniff pugs' butts.
Or
Yeah?
you explore an endless universe?
I'm going to go with the endless universe.
I'm going to go with sniffing dogs' butts.
Okay, all right, if that's what you want to do. I mean, that's up to you, Ashley.
We're also acclimated to smelly things around here.
Well, yeah, that's me.
Right.
You mainly just smell me.
Right, so at this point we've got a full-on Stockholm Syndrome, and the smellier the better.
Yes? Is that good?
I think that's how that works.
Sorry, YouTube. We apologize for smelling up your booth. All right, this one's from Descend. How excited are you guys for HoloLens? How excited are you for HoloLens?
I'm pretty excited for HoloLens. I wish it was coming now because I really, really want it.
Yeah.
And I hope that I just want it now, please.
Well, it's going to be a while.
Done.
It's
All
going
the
to be a
demos
while.
they're showing are super cool, like the Halo one.
I just got in for an appointment tomorrow morning.
You son of a bitch.
For the Halo 5 HoloLens display.
You're the worst.
Oh, that's all right.
And
You
the
could have.
best. Tell us everything.
That's not fair. Well, HoloLens, I think, is going to take a little bit of time for Microsoft to perfect it, just like with Kinect.
Yep.
It takes a bit of time. It's all in research and development, you know. So don't expect HoloLens to be perfect right away.
So HoloLens 2 is going to be great.
Yes.
All right, that's all for right now. We're going to talk about Mirror's Edge Catalyst. I'm so excited. I'm going to do this.
Bye, Ashley. Bye, I miss you.
Am I working? I'm working. Okay, I'm working. Okay, welcome back, everybody.
Testing.
To YouTube E3 Live. This is the Rooster takeover of the YouTube booth from the show floor of E3. Gavin,
Hey.
what are the three
I
E's
want to ask
stand
you a
for?
question.
What do the three E's stand for?
Electronic.
You right?
And
Enigmatic eggs.
Exposition.
Excellence. Excellence.
How do you feel about unscripted banter?
Unscripted?
Yeah.
I like scripted banter more, like when
How do
there's
you
a demo.
typically? How do you write your banter?
I like my
Your bants.
I like
You
my
know
banter
that's
to
the
be
slang for it
unscripted.
now. It's bants.
What's that?
It's like new British slang that I've heard. It's like you call it bants. Like if two people are joking, it's like bants.
That's not true. Everyone in the UK is like, what the fuck? What's he talking about? What's he on about? So don't forget, you can tweet your questions or comments to us at RTE3. That's the hashtag. We'll read them live on the air. And if you're a YouTuber and you're at E3 and you have a gaming channel, we would love to have feature your channel here at the booth. So come over, say hello to us, and we'll get you up on mic. Now, Gav, the main question that everybody asks, everybody else when they get up here is, what have you seen at E3 that you've liked?
I've seen so much.
Have you?
I've seen. Oh, I haven't really. I'm excited about the HoloLens thing. I want that demo.
We're gonna do that tomorrow
We're gonna do
morning.
that tomorrow. We're gonna see the Halo 5 HoloLens experience.
That should be really cool. Did I tell you that we're going tomorrow morning?
You did.
I am so excited. I'm not gonna sleep tonight.
We're gonna go early.
Like Christmas all over again. Or
It could be like, hey, I invented Griffball. Let me come and see this thing.
as they call it in the UK, Bantsmas. All right, let's see what we got on Twitter. Coming up, by the way, after this, we're going to be going to one of the games that everyone is super excited about at the conference, and that is Wars Battlefront. And then we'll be recording an episode of The Patch, and we're going to have some special guests. Possibly, probably, LeVar Burton will be stopping by, and then Jeff Gershman of Giant Bomb. All right, so Gavin, since I'm not going to ask you what's your favorite thing you've seen at the show, what's your favorite thing you've seen ever?
Ever in my life.
Of all time.
I once saw Kate Moss's tits.
All right. Let's stop what we're doing and tell that story. How the hell did that happen?
She just whipped him out. It was on a film shoot.
Oh, so you were like there in a professional manner.
No, yeah, I was filming her like splash around in slow-mo with a shirt on, and then she was like, "We need a dry shirt." She just whipped it off, and I was like,
You were? No, you weren't. You weren't at all. Yeah, about 20 minutes after she put her shirt back on, I did that hand motion. How old were you when that happened?
I was probably like 19.
Really?
Yeah.
Like borderline illegal that happened. So Kate Moss, that's the nicest thing you've ever seen, huh?
Yeah, and if you're listening, Kate Moss, I'm sorry. Sorry for glaring.
That's one way to put it. All right. Looking at the hashtag now on Twitter, I'm doing this on the fly, so I'm sure it's going to be excellent. What did you think about the reveal for Dishonored 2? I never really played the first Dishonored, but the Dishonored that they showed at the press conference, I thought looked really cool. I was actually surprised that they showed it during the Bethesda press conference. I was surprised that Dishonored's like one of the only major remastered titles that I've seen this go around. I mean, there's one from Rare. Have you heard about that one?
Well, all of the giant collection of different games?
Right.
With the 10,000 gamer score?
GoldenEye is missing, though.
GoldenEye is missing, and I guess the Nintendo stuff, like Donkey Kong, is missing. That was actually my favorite Rare game, was Donkey Kong 64.
Wait, is it Donkey Kong Country? Was that it?
Donkey Kong 64.
That's not... Is that what it's called in the U.S.? Oh, Donkey Kong Country Super Nintendo.
Did you just not have an N64?
I did, but I played...
There was Super Mario 64 and Donkey Kong 64.
What do you do in Donkey Kong 64?
You find gold bananas. You
Nah,
crazy?
that hasn't happened. Nobody played that game. Doesn't exist. No, but I'm excited about the fact that Rare collection, when you put it in to the Xbox One, you'll get all the achievements that you got on the 360.
That's crazy.
It'll just pop them all.
I've never seen that happen. That hasn't happened with any other game that I played, like Destiny or anything.
Well, there is one other game like that. Borderlands 2 did that for me.
Oh,
but
really?
it popped like 80% of the achievements, and it left all the ones that were like a 20-hour grind to get them. So I was just like, I ended up having to do that, and I just finally finished it. But I'm excited because I have 100% of Viva Pinata, 100% of Viva Pinata.
So that
2.
means you pop the game and you get 1,000 gamer score? Is that how that's going to work?
I think that's the way it works. Everything I've read says that.
That's cool.
So-
I mean, Ray is going to have a field day with that one.
Oh yeah, he'll just put it in and just go. Doot. Yeah, both Rays that we
Both
know.
Rays.
Yeah,
Yeah.
both Rays. But the other thing about it is that it'll be a weird kind of nostalgia trip because I was not into the achievement system at all on the Xbox platform until I went to the launch for the Xbox 360 when they debuted that system, and I was playing Perfect Dark.
Are you saying that you didn't care about achievements until achievements came out?
I was saying that. Some breaking news right there. But I was playing there and I was playing Perfect Dark and I popped like a headshot achievement, like 5 headshots. So that was the first achievement I ever got, and I'll get it again now. Whatever, like 10 years, 11 years later.
It's always funny when you play a game that you haven't played in so long and you pop a new achievement and then you're like, I wonder when my last achievement was. Oh, it was 7 years ago.
Is that
And
your
then-
longest?
Yeah, I think I got like 7 years between some Marble Blast achievements.
Yeah,
or something.
mine was like 4 or 5 years was my longest one. It was absolutely
It just makes you
ridiculous.
feel horrible and old.
Does it?
Yeah, I just feel like gross and old now.
It makes it. 7 years does not put a dent in my age at all. All right, let's see what else we got here. But don't forget, you can send your comments or questions to hashtag RTE3. Wow, Gavin, a lot of questions for you. Okay, here's an either-or question.
Okay.
Faith from Mirror's Edge or Cortana from Halo?
And what's the scenario here? Am I taking
That's
them
just
out on a
it.
date or
Just,
just
you
that
know,
question?
whatever,
I'd take
whatever.
Cortana.
Why would you take Cortana over Faith?
Because Meg dressed as Cortana.
Yeah, Faith could run away.
She's still mad about the Kate Moss bit.
She's got. Oh, people are tweeting us what the 3E stand for. Thank you. That's nice that we have that information now. It's not everywhere we can see in this whole convention hall. Gavin, you look. This is from Taylor Spirit. She says you look very unimpressed.
I think it's this lighting. Like one half of my face is in shadow. It makes me look mad. But I'm really happy. Look.
You can look up like that. Just bask in it. Look at that. It's almost glorious. Let's turn this way. Let's do the rest of the band turn it like this.
Like this or back to back?
This is way more comfortable.
Like
Now
Bad
you're-
Boys.
now you're dark.
Why don't we do it spinning like Bad Boys?
This was like the 80s poster
You gotta
for a
spin.
horrible, like, buddy cop.
Yeah.
Bad roommate.
All right,
kind of
calm
thing.
down.
I'm not afraid to tell you your back felt a little nice.
Do it feel warm?
Good for you, buddy. All right, can you please make Gavin try to speak in an American accent for the rest of the segment?
No, I would never do that.
I never do that. If you want to see that, you should watch Laser Team. Gavin and I are, by the way, in a movie together called Laser Team.
Yep.
It is all done in editing. They're doing visual effects on it right now, and it should be out probably this fall.
Someone came up to me and told me that they liked it. They liked the movie because they saw the screening.
Right.
I haven't seen it yet. So
They've seen it and Gavin hasn't. There was a test screening in Los Angeles, a very secret test screening. Joel, your butt's on camera.
it's like we're puppeteering. Like I wonder if we could like marionette them.
Yeah.
Raise your arm. Nope.
They're
Nope.
not watching us. We have the worst puppets in the world. They're terrible. Okay, what year of E3 is your favorite? Have you ever been?
This
to
is
E3?
my first one, so I would probably vote this one. as my
Congratulations.
favorite. Yeah. How many have you been to? Didn't you go to one a decade ago?
Yeah, I've been coming to them for a while, but I've skipped them here and there. I think the person with the longest track record of the company is probably either Ashley or Adam Kovic. Ashley's come to like 12 out of 13 the last 13 years.
That's nuts.
And Kovic's pretty close to that, but I think he just got a later start. He like started in 2005 or 2006 when he started working for the internet. Donkey Kong 64 came with Special Edition N64. It is the best rare game, according to Boulevard Night.
It came with that expansion to the RAM. Like, it was like a red thing you put in the front of your N64 because the game just had this bug that they couldn't run on the original 64. So it basically came with a hardware patch.
Really?
For the game, because they had to ship it and they're like, I have this.
Yeah, they had the big chip that you put in the front of it.
Yeah,
That's how
it
they
like
upgraded
doubled
everything.
the RAM of the N64.
You know, back in the old days when they would make games on cartridges, I read this in a study of a Wikipedia article about Intellivision and Atari, that they would design the game, and because they were manufacturing on cartridges, it took way longer than burning discs. So
to physically burn the cartridge, or like
they had to build it.
Build
like
the
they had to
cartridge?
manufacture the transistors and all that, and press them into a cartridge on a board, and that process took so long. A lot of times they would make the manuals for the games and test them after they shipped them. And so what they would do is when they tested, they found a bug, they would put it in the manual like it was intentional Easter egg, and they would let people know that. Can you imagine shipping a product without testing it?
Yeah,
that would be
was,
amazing.
It was a different time. I mean, now there's like day one patches and stuff because I guess people are lazier with what they ship these days.
I just think they want to get it out the doors as fast as they can.
Yeah.
And then, well, we got about... I couldn't imagine that, like, shipping something and just going, I'll fix that for sure in the next 2 weeks. That's like the ultimate of, like, procrastination. Just having the faith, I know what the problem is, and I can't solve it this second, but I'll probably solve it in the next 2 to 3 weeks.
One day.
For Honor. Have you gotten a chance to look at that yet?
What game?
For Honor. That's from Luna the Boomzer.
No, I haven't seen
Bowsmer.
it.
What's that?
I haven't seen it.
Oh, so it's a 4v4 game. It's debuting over here. I know Jack was really excited about it because he thought you guys, the Achievement Hunters and Funhouse, this would be a great game for you guys to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything.
I've been really enjoying the Achievement Hunter versus Funhouse stuff.
Yeah.
They're very competitive, and it makes it really good when we beat them.
It's as long as
Which
you
hardly
guys
ever happens.
don't lie and cheat. It's competitive. Okay. Well, this is a title that has been the absolute talk of the conference. We're very happy to have on our main stage with James and Adam and Bruce, Star Wars Battlefront.
What's up?
Hey guys, I wasn't even holding the mic right. Thank you. And James, you were a worthy opponent. I'm sorry that I was not a worthy opponent of you. I was terrible at Battlefront, but I had an amazing time. I'm here with Optic J and World of Songhammer.
That's right. Yeah, we're the Mighty Songhammer.
Which is a Oh, here you go. Here's a mic. Which is a cosplay band, and you guys do primarily World of Warcraft themed music, correct?
That's right. We do music, World of Warcraft. We're working on a piece right now for Overwatch, which is another Blizzard game. But we also do just geek niche media in general. Zombie apocalypse, space, you name it. Songhammer's writing about it.
Awesome. And I assume because of your name and your area of musical expertise, you are a World of Warcraft player.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we run a 900-person guild on Tichondrius, USA. So if you guys ever need a place to play,
Horde
you come
or
see us.
Alliance?
We are the Horde. In fact, our award-winning song, we won Blizzard Entertainment's Talent and Song Contest in 2011 and 13 with We Are the Horde. So.
And my understanding is that we have a track sample. Is that possible? Do we have that available to play? Is that a thing? Can it go? In the meantime, so how did you guys get together? How did you start playing?
Well, actually, we started in 2011. Blizzard Entertainment, they do BlizzCon every year at the Anaheim Convention Center.
I haven't missed one since 2009, I think, 8 or 9?
Yeah, well, so in 2011, we entered the song competition with We Are the Horde. We ended up being one of the winners. And then in 2013, which was the next BlizzCon, we entered again. We won the talent competition, performed for 20,000 people and 800,000 people through DirecTV.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and then 2014, we performed at the World of Warcraft 10th anniversary with Metallica.
That's awesome. I was at that show, and it was super fun. The crowd was crazy.
Any special projects in the mix that we can expect from you guys?
Yeah, we just released 3 new tracks of our upcoming album, Take a Ride on My Spaceship. We'll drop that in November. Northmen is pointed at Game of Thrones. We've got Bloodsucker
Yes.
Jones, which is like a 70s vampire film. and then Cosplay USA, which, this is cosplay. We are cosplay.
And remind everyone again where we can find your content.
All right, you go to youtube.com/Songhammer1. Again, that's Songhammer1. And also anywhere on the net. Just search Songhammer. You're going to find us. Face-melting excellence.
And Blaine just told me that we actually have the track ready now. So let's play it and listen to a second of We Are the Horde. Is that the Doomhammer?
This is the Doomhammer, Thrall's one and only. Except there's two of them right here.
Well, the two, and they're glorious. And this is fucking rad. How long? So you guys been playing
for a long time, since the vanilla era.
That's amazing. I recently overcame my addiction, but now I'm addicted to HOTS, so it's a real problem.
Okay, we understand.
Are you guys playing Heroes of the Storm?
Oh yeah, we actually have played everything. In fact, we even played. We got to play test Overwatch in advance, and holy.
So, when was the last time you played? I got to play at BlizzCon last year, and again, as somebody who doesn't love shooters, even I was just like, I can't wait for this to come out. It's super fun.
Yeah, that game was amazingly epic. So we Blizzard had us come. We went onto campus. We got to play test the game. We got to play test the game as Songhammer, up armored, and it was mind-blowing. So if you haven't already heard about Overwatch, it's coming for you.
And going to the Blizzard sorry, Jay, but...
No, you're good. I was going to say, when are we going to see you in some Overwatch outfits here?
We're actually in the studio this next week with a piece called Overwatch.
All right. And will you be creating cosplay outfits for Overwatch, or are you sticking with the tried and true boiled leather?
These hammers don't run, so we stick with this. But whether we're in outer space, whether we're in the cities, the Temple of Anubis in Overwatch, or whether we're, in Azeroth, we rock this armor.
I appreciate that. I wish I could rock armor like you do. I'm more of a waistcoat and velvet chain
and nice shoes,
wizard robe
suede
kind of
shoes.
guy.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good.
And how long does it take to put something like this together?
Well, we actually have a sponsor, Sharp Mountain Leather, who does these things for us. But just to get into the outfit is about 10 minutes because we're pretty fast. But that's, I don't know, for Immortal, it may be more than that.
So you mentioned you were at the Blizzard campus. That place is awesome. Was it your first visit there?
No, because we have been hired by Blizzard Entertainment to do shows. We have been there a few times, but it was the first time that we got to play test a brand new game that isn't even out into alpha yet.
Yeah, it's like pre-alpha. Going there is, it's like a museum of my video game childhood. You can go, there's concept, you can see the original drawings for Thrall. You can see all the statues from BlizzCons of ages past. They have a museum of all of their stuff. It's super fun.
Yeah, walking through the campus is like it's like the Disneyland of video games. Because you walk through and every corner you turn around, there's a statue of, it's a glorious experience.
It's the #1 selfie destination in the world, right? That's what we say.
So, again, why Horde side over Alliance? I know my answer, but...
Why Horde over the Alliance?
Well, okay, so the thing is, the Alliance has a few more rules than the Horde. Now, that being said, we've straddled the other faction before because it was necessary to learn about their tactics, how they traveled, their hierarchy of leadership. But ultimately, less rules ends up being a little better when you're into fantasy violence.
For me, it's all about you get to drink grog instead of whatever fire wine the stupid elves drink.
That's right. Well, and you know what? We do give props to our Alliance brothers and sisters because without a good enemy, you got no battle.
The Burning Legion is enemy enough for me, thank you.
That's right. Okay, come on now. So we do give props to the Alliance, but the Horde lives forever.
Well, guys, thank you so much for coming on. We're going to do some Twitter Q&A right now, I think, with Optic J, but really nice to meet you guys. And again, that's youtube.com/Songhammer1. The numeral 1,
Thanks,
correct?
guys.
Yeah. That was an awesome surprise. Thank you, Bernie, for setting that up. That was great.
I need their armor to
I
do
know.
these questions. I'm scared.
All right. So but right before this, James and I, we were saying, I know you guys just watched the Battlefront interview. We just got back from playing. Have you had a chance to play yet at all?
No, I have not had a chance to play it. I'm extremely jealous that you just said that.
You're going to be a lot better at it than I am. So let me see if we can pull some questions here. Just general Q&A questions. A lot of congratulations. That's not questions, guys. We appreciate all of your love, though. Here's a question from Annie of Annie of Misrule on Twitter. What is your top 3 things you've seen from E3? What about you?
So I know these are safe answers. Obviously, Fallout 4 is amazing, but I'll add a little cherry on top of that. The ability to be able to mod in Fallout 4, that's amazing to me.
Yeah, especially on console. Like, that is a huge shocker. And I think people are, thinking, finally. The top 3 things, I mean, again, Battlefront, I keep saying it, as a non-shooter guy, like, you'd think that I wouldn't be into it, but it's just fun. It's just fun. Even though I don't like the mechanics, playing in that world is amazing.
Yeah, you can run around and live out your fantasy dreams as a Jedi.
We're going to go back tomorrow, and also I want to check out Unravel. People are giving it, making fun of it a little bit, but I don't know. It's cute. I like, side-scrolly, jumpy, platformy games. I'm excited to check it out, I think. And I also want to see a little bit more Horizon.
Yeah, and I think one of my ultimates, main number 3, would be the Legend of Zelda game, the Triforce, where you get to be multiplayer. That's going to be a really, really fun thing. I think it's been a long time coming, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's the next big thing out of next year's E3 is going to be a standalone Legend of Zelda game. The last thing I'm going to say on Twitter is we have a hashtag RTE3 from Mika Burton, who says she's about to go live on YouTube Gaming with LeVar Burton. So I'm going to toss it over to the couch now, guys.
So today, hold on, I have spreadsheets here. They're very impressive.
While we're waiting, Jeff, I want to find out what other incendiary questions you're going to ask tomorrow on Giant Bomb.
Tonight we're on starting at 7:30, and then we'll be on tomorrow again at 7:30. And I mean, I kind of want to, we're going to have some folks from Sony on. I kind of want to
hit them hard.
What they have to say about similar topics.
All right,
So
good.
We'll see how it goes.
And you guys are also doing a lot of content on YouTube's E3 Hub, right?
We are,
your
yes.
Content is appearing on youtube.com/E3, which is where the stream also is. So you can find all the E3 content in one place and check out all of Giant Bomb stuff.
We'll be there.
Badass. So we had a big day today. We saw Tomb Raider. We saw
Guitar Hero.
We saw
Gears of War.
Gears.
Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
We saw Battlefront.
Saw Halo. Did we list these? We saw Mirror's Edge.
Mirror's Edge. And then we had special guests. We had Hike the Gamer and Typical Gamer on. We had Game Grumps. Who else did we have?
The Creatures.
Creatures
came on, and then we met our
We had Andrew from, what was that? What was that?
The Wind Walker.
Sega, no.
It's Mega 64.
Yes, we had Andrew, not from Mega 64.
I heard good things about his Andrew's appearance.
Well, he's very passionate about the translation of obscure Japanese games, and on Operation Wind Talker or Wind Passer or something like that. I'm pretty sure.
Very
it's called.
noble effort to bring untranslated JPRGs to America.
Right.
You like JRPGs, Jeff?
Not anymore.
Okay,
I
that's
had
good.
my time as a child when I had that kind of free time, and I can't do that anymore.
I understand.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we also had a special appearance by a smaller YouTube channel. It was XBL Caboose. If you guys have a YouTube channel and you're here at E3, come by. We want to talk to you. We want to promote your channel, please. And Songhammer as well, a late addition to the Day 2 craziness.
LeVar Burton came by for a while too, right?
Yeah, he was earlier on the podcast. He came by.
Awesome.
And his daughter.
And his daughter Mika, that's true.
Yep,
Drop the
and
choice.
we've got another big day coming up tomorrow. We're going to be having Need for Speed on. We're going to have The Division. We're going to have the guys from Kind of Funny are going to come on. They're going to play some Super Smash Brothers. We're going to be seeing For Honor, the new IP from Ubisoft, the 4v4
That game is
game,
fun.
which
God,
I maintain
really
I'm not
excited about that
terrible at, or the other team cheats,
Will be
something
awesome.
like that. We're also going to be seeing more of the new and Rainbow Six Siege. We'll be looking at Rock Band 4. We will have live gameplay of Destiny, and by the way, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, we're going to get that all set up here?
Yeah, I don't know how much I can share. I don't know how much they want to save for the reveal, but it's It's going to be a lot of fun.
It is no small feat to get developers to take their games out of their booths and bring them here. It is.
I have booked a stage show before. It is not fun.
And this has been a great day. I mean, this has been a really fun experience for us. This is the first time we've ever done like a live show like this. We're doing 3 days in a row, 6 to 8 hours a day. Today was an absolutely fantastic day. I can't thank everybody enough who came by, said hello, and the wonderful crew that we have working for us as well. Thank you guys so much.
All right. So we will see you guys tomorrow. Oh, one last thing. We're going to have special guest Rocket jump on as well.
Ah, great. And we're also doing a fan meetup at 7:30 if you're in the LA area.
That's Pacific time. We'll trust you to do your own time translation.
Yeah.
Over
and if you're
at the
everywhere
Hyatt.
else in the world, sorry I just made you very angry about telling you about something that was local.
All right. We're going to call it a day, guys?
Let's call it a day.
All
Let's do
right.
it. All right.
Thanks,
Bye, everybody. We'll
guys.
see you tomorrow. Do the couch wave. Do the couch wave.
Hold on. Princess wave. Princess wave. Princess wave.
Bye, camera.